Get in on the action this season with Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game. Select higher or lower between 2 and 8 players and compete for up to 325 times your entry. Use code DIRECTOR when signing up to receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Into the end zone, Charger fans are witnesses to history!
Get the microphone working. There we go. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Oh, baby! We got ourselves a full-blown golden Week 7 matchup versus the Indianapolis Colts, baby. The time has officially arrived. Where do you stand? Where do you stand on the yellow jerseys? 1, for you're about it. 2, for not for me. Let's see if they're lucky at least, right? As the Chargers are getting ready to kick this thing away to the Indianapolis Colts. The Bolts will be getting it in the second half. But we'll start this game on defense. Cameron Dicker getting ready to kick this thing to Indianapolis, and we're just about underway, baby. Where are we at with the golden jerseys, man? I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Not a big fan until I put one on. Now I feel pretty cool, dude. Here comes the first play. It's mishandled by the Colts and brought back to the 25-yard line. Here we go. The Bolts-Colts matchup is underway as Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, maybe the coolest nickname in football, unfortunately, takes the field. For the first time today, man. Good to see everybody in here, dude. We got a super chat in here real quick. Ricardo says, at the game, bolt up, baby. Let's go, Ricardo. Have fun, my man. Here we go. Man, these look so crazy on screen, dude. It's the Chargers defense trying to get at Daniel Jones. Jones is going to hit Taylor underneath for a gain of about 5. It's going to be second and medium coming up for the Indianapolis Colts. We'll get this sorted out here in just a second, guys. Here comes the next play. It's a handoff to Taylor. It's going to be 4 yards. Curious what's going on here. There we go. Here comes Daniel Jones on first down. He's going to hit his tight end, Tyler Warren. Oh, that's a big play. Tyler Warren is going to pick up a huge gain. And that's one that I was hoping to see more containment on this week. Of course, you're expecting to see Deion Henley, Derwin James, these guys on him. He's going to be wide open on that one and takes it all the way down. Where is this? Chargers territory for sure. The 36-yard line on that play. Big play for Indianapolis. Figure with the $2 huddle. Let's get this dub. Let's get this dub, baby. Colt Dog with a 2. What up, bro? Here comes the fake by Daniel Jones. He pumps it. He's going over the middle again. It's going to be Taylor who picks up the first down and a little bit extra. It'll be 1st and 10 for Indianapolis. That's going to be in Chargers. Are we in the red zone already for the Colts? That would be insane. Colt Dog with let's get this. Bolt up, baby. Good to see you guys. Yeah, defense. We're hoping to see a bit of a boost today, dude. We got ourselves Khalil Mack back in this game. Denzel Perryman has returned as well. But we do unfortunately have our first player down on the field. It's going to be Tito Agbonia. Chargers defensive line, deep group. Luckily, they have guys to step up there, but never like seeing anybody go down. They're going to take a look at him and go to commercial break here. Bonia injured. Yeah, let's get some shout-outs in the chat while we're waiting for the game to resume. We got Hugo, the doorman boss. Good to see him, man. Jared Schrimmer. We got Codius. We got Dragos. We got Danger Close. Eddie Saldana. We got Aaron Adams. Kevin Allgood. We got Skeleton. Barry Sinclair. Now is the time. Colt Dog. Dressage Gal. Guitarist. Good to see everybody in here, man. Welcome. Chargers in a pretty big game this week, man. The Bolts with the win here could shoot up to the top of the AFC conference. And then you consider next week, it looks like we're maybe going to get Joe Alt back. Maybe we're going to get Trey Pipkins back as well. We already have Khalil Mack. The Mack is back on that defensive line. We could sure use the reinforcements right now. And if we could survive a game here versus the Colts, my word, are we sitting pretty. We're going to be rooting for the Bolts, who I honestly, at the top of the, I should say at the top of the week, my score prediction 24-23 with a win for the Colts. But that was before we got the news of Khalil Mack's and Denzel Perryman's return. I'm hoping that's enough to push us over the edge, because I do certainly think the Chargers could still grab a win here. But so far, the defense is going to have to step up a little bit more. Bend but don't break in this one would be pretty huge. Terra, the goated mod. $5 director. I'll be at the game Thursday. Be flying in late Wednesdays. Hopefully, we can meet up at Thunder Alley. Terra, all Chargers fans, please come say hi. We're going to be, me and Mrs. Director are going to be at the Die Hard Bolt Club canopy in Thunder Alley. They're setting up a very gracious of them, by the way. Shout out to Die Hard Bolt Club, Gooch, our guys out here, for setting us up a little area. If you guys wanted to grab a photo, say hi. I always feel terrible clogging up the lanes talking to people, but that'd be a great opportunity to come say hi to us and yuck it up before the game. Looking forward to meeting you, Tara. We got to meet Miguel last year. Very much looking forward to it. Stevie Steve with a $20 holla, $20 holla. In Harbaugh we trust. We are living in a great time. Yes, we are. Great time to be Chargers. And Steve with a $20 holla. Get out of here, dude. Here comes the next run. Oh, it's Taylor. He makes a man miss. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That was quick. And Taylor, we knew it was going to be a dangerous running back in this one, a huge factor in this one. He's going to score early in this one. But thanks, Steve. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, dude. $20 holla and big love for our guy Steve in the chat. Hopefully, we start bringing some energy here soon, man. The Chargers, it feels like, yeah, we already knew Taylor was going to be crazy. Daniel Jones has been on fire this year. But, man, the defense, we got to lean on him a little bit this week. And so far, not looking good. However, we do have some luck on our side. Luck of the golden jerseys with a missed PAT on behalf of the Colts. Who's their kicker right now? Oh, it's Badgley. It's Badgley, the double agent. The double agent kicker. Misses one. So it remains a 6-0 score in favor of the Colts. The Chargers, we like field goals. That could be something to help us later down the line. There we go, man. Michael Badgley back at it again. The double agent. My friend Joey get a shout out. Joey! Good to see you, man. Oh my God, it's Joey. Just Joey. Not Joey Bosa. It's Joey. Jonathan Taylor's still good. Yeah, he's incredible, and we're going to see a whole lot of him this game. That was one of the biggest determining factors of this game for me, is if we had the ability to slow him down. So far, no. We're hoping that Khalil Mack and company could help in that factor, but we don't know how many snaps Khalil Mack's going to get this week, considering this is his first week back. Chargers like to ease people in. Got to consider as well, the Chargers only had, one remaining spot on IR that they could have exercised, so maybe he's out there knowing he's only going to get a handful of snaps. We'll have to wait and see. Here comes the first return. It's Darius Davis. Yeah, he's back too. Let's go. I was about to say, that was one of the better returns we've had in a while, and it's because our best returner is back out on the field, man. That's one that's going to go overlooked. It went overlooked by me in this game. Darius Davis being back is a big deal, dude. We needed him. At least we have a solid secondary. Run defense needs to step up. Absolutely. Here we go again. Chargers, first offensive snap is going to be a handoff to Kamani Vidal, who picks up 2 on that carry. And somebody's down on the field. Austin Deculus, our 5th string tackle, is down. What's the configuration of the line right now? Bobby Hart, was he at guard? Did I just notice? Was Bobby Hart at guard or still at tackle? 74 is in the chat for Deculus. Hopefully he's okay. But the Chargers now throwing in maybe their 6th depth piece at tackle. Like that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Not that we were all like, super happy with the play of Deculus so far, but the fact that even those guys can't stay on the field is pretty crazy, dude. That is insane. Deculus is down. 74s in the chat for Deculus. Hopefully he's okay. Do we even have a backup? I'm going to be looking into that right now, Tara, because that is pretty crazy. Cross-eyed Billy, 5-month holla. He says, I told my coworker to start Herbert over Hurts this week. Let's hope I'm right. Jalen had a freaking day. Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. Let me take a look here really quick at the team. So Deculus right now. Bobby Hart. This is insane, dude. I know we have Jamari Sawyer back for this game, right? Was he officially back on this one? Big love, Tara. Is Sawyer still hurt? I thought that he was... I'll take another look at the injury report here in a second as well. Man, who even is there left now, dude? Let me take a look at the injury report. Who is in, who is out? Mari Sawyer, limited practice, unspecified. Was he activated this game? Holy cow, dude. We're doing some investigating right now. Hang on, guys. We're down another tackle. Who do we have? Deculus, who's down. Foster Sorrell, right, would be the next man up. Foster Sorrell. And after that, I don't think we have anybody. After that, I think that's it. We'd have to be looking at guards and other positions to fill in at tackle. Yeah, Foster Sorrell is in at tackle now. And honestly, like, Deculus, we hope he's okay, you know, but he really wasn't that good. So, I mean, we might get the same play from Foster Sorrell in and around, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So 2nd and 9 now after all of that. Justin Herbert, he's looking, fires, middle of the field. It is caught. Man, that's so hard to see. It's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen. Unfortunately, it's not a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. But man, I wasn't quite sure if he brought that in. The jersey's so bright. Let's see. I did post the actives and inactives earlier today. Huh. Next play, Justin Herbert, 3rd down, needs to get it. He's going to pass underneath, hits his running back. I assume that's Vidal. That's going to be a 1st down, Chargers. And we are now approaching midfield at the 44-yard line. Kara says, who cursed us? I need names. I know, dude. There's something afoot, especially here in the Hallows Eve month. Lockjaw Jones. Let's get it into that golden zone for Marty. Charger power, baby. Next play, it's a handoff. It's Vidal who makes it back to the line, but not much further. It'll be 2nd and long coming up. Colin McGuire with the $5 holla. When do we start looking at Ben Herbert's when do we start looking at Ben Herbert? That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. He has one of the most decorated records at Michigan for the longest time, being such a solid piece of that strength and conditioning program, and it's just been falling apart on us in LA this season. 2nd and 10. Herbert trips to the top of the screen. He'll fake it. He's looking. Needs a couple more seconds. He's able to get it off to Vidal underneath, and Vidal, unfortunately, unable to take it further than just a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8 at the 46-yard line. Thank you so much, Colin. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we kind of called this being a bit of a struggle bus game for Kamani Vidal. In terms of a follow-up from what he had last week, this defense is much different in terms of run defense, and of course now we're seeing in coverage for the running back as well. Justin Herbert, not a lot of time, has to throw it, going deep down the field. Oh, looking for Quentin Johnston. But there is a flag. Looks like he was interfered with. Oh, that's a huge flag. The Chargers trying to take advantage of the secondary. It hasn't looked good this year, and so far, they may have gotten him for a big PI here downfield. That would put him somewhere in the realm of, what, the 30? Yes, it's PI on Indianapolis. 1st down, Chargers. And that's a huge penalty for the Colts. Flag on PI, the Chargers. Stay alive. First and 10. I formation for the Chargers. It's a handoff. I think it's Haskins with the football. Picks up about 3. And it's going to be a 2nd and long coming up for the Chargers. Second and 7. Our first sighting of the Savannah Bananas from the commentary booth. 2nd and 6, they're going to call it a 4-yard gain for Haskins. 2nd and 6, Justin Herbert needs a little time. Fires underneath, hits his man. It's Ladd McConkey. Picks up his first reception. Not quite enough for the first down, but gets him real close. It'll be 3rd and short from the 20-yard line in the red zone of the Houston Texans. Would love an answer to Jonathan Taylor this drive. Can they get the first down to keep this drive alive? I form. It's Haskins. Colts pinching that line, getting ready for the carry, and there's a flag on the play. Will the Chargers be moving backwards? False start on the offense. Mekhi Becton. And the Bolts will be pushed back now to a 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. We are looking for our guys to convert here. Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey. I'll sprinkle in a little Oronde Gadsden as well, who has a nice matchup in this one. But we got to find a way to convert here, man. We need an answer. It'll be 3rd and 6 in the first quarter. Swinging out is Hines, and Herbert's line absolutely collapsed. Herbert on the run is going to throw this down the field, and it's incomplete, looking for Ladd McConkey, but there is a flag. We are going to assume it is holding on the Chargers line. I think I saw it on Bobby Hart on the right side. Ladd McConkey trying to separate back of the end zone. So they're going to decline that penalty. It was Zion Johnson that got called for holding, and this will position the Chargers for a Cameron Dicker field goal, in my opinion. The offensive line needs a lot of help, dude. I mean, honestly, it could have maybe been worse. That's all I'm going to say. If Justin Herbert took that sack all the way back at the 40, we'd be looking at a much longer field goal. So let's, look at the bright side here a little bit, even if it's blinding yellow. It's a 43-yard attempt for Cameron Dicker. It's up, and it is obviously good. And the Chargers bring it within 3 points, considering that the Indianapolis Colts would miss their PAT earlier. So the game still very much so in front of us. We would like to see more from the offense in that drive. We got really lucky with a penalty helping us get into the red zone. But when all is said and done, it's a 6-3 score. And the Chargers are just 3 away from tying this thing up. Yeah, the defense is where I'm kind of concerned right now. We got to see some movement there, dude. We got to see some plays made. Taking a quick look at social media, man. Got to see what's going on with that offensive line. Foster Sorrell in at left tackle. Chargers down to their 6th and 7th string tackles. 6th and 7th string tackles is where we are at right now. That is insane. Well, while we're in this break, let's go check on the underdog real quick. I'd like to see what's going on. I know we had one pretty big hit earlier today. We have anything getting close? Wow. We hit on that one too. That's awesome. Kind of an up and down day for me, if I'm being honest, but we hit on a really big one, which is all that counts. Let me grab that one to show you guys. And not terrible. This is probably the big one. Luckily, this is one I posted on Twitter. I usually give you guys the very best ones that I feel confident in. This one I felt very confident in, considering what the weather was looking like in Cleveland. Very, very windy. Of course, Tua was already struggling. Cleveland, a really good defense, and we hit big on this one. Let's see. Payout details. 215. Nice hit on that one. We did miss on a flurry of them earlier, too, but we did also grab one late hit here. 55er on the Jordan Mason and Jalen Hurts. Now, let's go take a look real quick at the live picks. What do we got going on in this game that we should be rooting for? Let's see. We got Jackson Dart. We need lower than 220 total yards. Already looking kind of good. We need Justin Herbert and higher than 239 and Jonathan Taylor higher than 79.5. Both of those still in play. Vidal, I did take lower. I was very, very concerned about the matchup. So far, that's looking the way it's looking. Cameron Dicker's already got the one field goal there. Oh, we just missed on this one, I think. That's a bummer. Is that all the Chargers ones to keep an eye on? I think it is, other than this one at the top here. Okay. Here comes the return, by the way. It's going to be down at the 28 or 29-yard line. The Chargers defense will take the field again. But I think we have all the picks that we were looking at in terms of the Chargers game. The big one being here at the bottom. We need Herbert to have himself a solid day, and we need Jonathan Taylor to have some yards, which, you know, I would take the loss on fantasy any day for a win for the Chargers, but you know, we kind of were able to predict that a little bit last week too. Get you guys that score bug back as we start this next drive. It's Jonathan Taylor in at running back. They're going to start this drive in and around the 30-yard line. Here comes the next carry for Jonathan Taylor. He gets wrapped up on that side. That's so good to see, dude. Last week and the week before that even, the Chargers have struggled so bad in setting the edge. They don't have any problems there. I'm curious to see if it was Khalil Mack on that side this time. I don't see his number. I think that might have been Thule. There's also Odafe Owe that needs to see some improvement. I think it was Thule's side, if I'm looking at things correctly here.
It's
Second and 10.
Crew. We all decided the yellow
Hey,
uniforms are awesome.
PDG.
Bolt up, and let's get the W. High
Bolt up,
voltage sign
baby.
emoji.
Second and 10. It's going to be a quick pass to the outside. He hits his tight end. Warren picks up about 4 or 5. It was Derwin James in cover, who honestly did really good, but Warren is a beast. So it'll be third and medium coming up. Let's go reread that real quick, man. Sorry, you got cut off up there. And we got a couple more super chats to look at as well. Dallas crew, we all decided the yellow uniforms are awesome. Bolt up and let's get the dub. Big love to you, man. Thank you so much, dude. Shout out to the PDGs down in Dallas, man. Here comes the next play. 3rd and 4, fumbled snap. Oh, Daniel Jones picks it back up. He's going to try and run for it, and he's going to be short. Tackled from behind. It'll be 4th and short for the Colts. Lucky to get that much out of it. Having such a hard time reading the numbers. Khalil Mack was in on that play, and Odafe Owe is the one that brought him down. 98's in the chat. That could have easily been a first down if Owe had not giddied up at the end of that play. They're going to go for it. 4th and short on their own 39-yard line. This is huge. Chargers got to really sell. I mean, honestly, you got to sell for the run here, right? It could be anything, but you got to sell for the run here. That's their best chance to convert. Come on, Chargers. They're going to get back there. Oh, Jonathan Taylor may have lunged for it. Was he down beforehand? The side judges seem to think so. That might be a turnover on downs inside their own 40. No way! Yo! But that second lunge, was that a first down? They're going to say it wasn't. If I were the Colts, though, dude, I would take another look at that because it looks like with that second effort he got in, what part of him was down beforehand, though? Please show me something of him being down beforehand. They're reviewing the play. Oh! They're going to say it was a first down now. Are they even? They may have already reviewed it and decided yes, it was a first down. That's why I was saying, dude. I was like, was an ankle down? Was a knee down? What stopped him from converting? Are they going to measure even though? Because like that's so close. Taking another look at the other angle for the first time here. Oh man. I don't think he can challenge it either. I feel like it was already reviewed and they already came up with the verdict. Yeah, they're going to say first down Colts. That is tough, man. Chargers would have had a huge opportunity there. Instead, it's 1st and 10. Good effort by the defense. They're going to come up short there. Here's the next play. Daniel Jones looking. He's going to try and take off with it. Daniel Jones has some space, pushed out of bounds after a pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd and medium now. They're going to take another look. They're showing us multiple replays of this 4th down. That is so close, dude. I was hoping I would see something that would convince me it was short. You can convince me the elbow may have touched before the ball crossed that plane, but it's, I don't know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It could be short. It could be converted. What bothers me is that they looked at it and they overturned it without, in my opinion, clear evidence. Here comes the next play. It's a deep ball down the field. It's too far. He was looking for Alec Pierce. It's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. That one made me hold my breath for a second there. Nice coverage by Dante Jackson. And we got ourselves a 3rd and 3 just like that. 3rd and 3 coming up. Can the Chargers get a stop here? Defense is looking much improved in this drive. Can they finish it here in a 3rd down opportunity? Hopefully the Colts don't decide to go for it again. Can they get a stop here, though, to start things off? 3rd and 3. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second to snap the ball. That's going to be a delay of game. Unless they got the timeout, which I think they may have. Yeah, they did. Timeout. First for Indianapolis. We'll keep it a 3rd and 3 with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Man. Taking a look at social media, see what they think of that play. Because, again, it's like it could have gone either way. So there's no Jonathan Taylor. 3rd and 3. It's Amir Abdullah in at running back. It's going to be a handoff to Abdullah, and he's going to get it. Abdullah broke multiple tackles and picks up a huge first down for Indianapolis. Man, that's like a 12-yard run on 3rd and 3. Defense, just as it looked like they were waking up, give up a huge 14-yard run up the middle. They're now in Chargers territory. 39-yard line of the Bolts. Oh, man. Here's another carry for Taylor. He's going to fight his way up the middle. Picks up 5. Dudes. Game-changing call, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why I felt like they should have taken more time with it at least. And to be completely fair, you guys heard what I was saying in real time, right? Like, it looks like he may have lunged and get the first down. But it was called short, you know. You need clear and indisputable evidence in order to get that overturned, and it felt like it was kind of rushed in that aspect. 2nd and 5. Chargers, can they bend but not break here? It's another carry for Taylor. Taylor's got some nice space. Their offensive line's doing some work, dude. It's going to be a first down for Taylor. He's going to pass the 30-yard line. And they've got the ball now at the Chargers' 28-yard line. This Colts offensive line is a thing of beauty, dude. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 28. Cannot wait to get our guys back, dude. Hopefully it's next week. It feels like it may be. 1st and 10, it's Taylor up the middle. Another 5-yard gain for Jonathan Taylor. He is approaching quickly the Chargers' red zone. This is something that we were worried about coming into this game. Can the Chargers' run defense get that boost that they need to slow him down? I told everybody, hey, if we can limit him to under 100 yards, I'd feel okay. 80, I'm feeling great. Under 100, I'm feeling fine. I feel like that could do it. But, man, I at this pace, I don't know. Jonathan Taylor, he's got to be averaging, like 5-6 yards a carry? 2nd and 4. Daniel Jones trying to ID the mic. 4 seconds to snap this football. And they're going to get it off. It's Jones over the middle and almost intercepted. Whoo! That would have been huge. Nice pressure from the line. Forced a quick throw by Jones. And that could have been picked up the middle. Again, I love you guys. I'm having a hard time reading the numbers of who's in what area of the field. I got to assume that was like Elijah Molden's not active this game. So what would that be? Mickens? Would that be Mickens or Tony Jefferson? Somebody up there? 3rd and 4. And the Chargers, again, we need a bend but not break moment here. Just limit them to 3 to keep it within 1 possession, right? Ooh, nice blitz up the middle. And it is incomplete. I feel like it hit the turf. Yes, it did. Excellent pass rush that time, man. Chargers pass rush really has come alive the last couple of weeks. Who got to him this time? It was Derwin James. 3's in the chat. Derwin James was the first one to get to Daniel Jones. It's a 4th and 4, and they're going to go for it. Oh, my goodness, dude. This is crazy. Come on, Chargers. Looks like they're sending the heat. Khalil Mack's there on the line. And it's a false start. No, a timeout they're going to call. 4th and 4. They're going to think this over and send out the field goal unit. Could keep it 9-3 if they're able to hit this one with Badgley, who did miss the PAT earlier, mind you. Now, they are showing a replay of the receiver that was called incomplete. I thought it hit the turf. It looks like it may have actually been complete. It would still be a 4th down. He did not cross. But it would change things a little bit if it was 4th and 1 versus 4th and 4. I think, yeah, they're going to challenge that play. That's what's going to go on here. Instead of a timeout, they're going to throw a challenge flag out there and see if they can improve their odds at going for it on 4th down. Quentin Nelson is a monster. Yeah, he is. H-Town, dude, that offensive line of the Colts has just been so solid this season. Maybe one of the biggest reasons they have been dominating in the first half of the year. Matter of fact, I was actually going to look this up anyway. Let me go take a look at Indy's line grades for you guys. Show you what they're working with, because, man, they have been absurdly efficient this season. I'll just kind of read them out to you guys here. I can throw it on this screen real quick, actually. Why not? Let me show you guys real quick. Look at this line, man. Smith and was it Gonsalves? Oh, yeah, I do remember Gonsalves. This is one of the guys I was high on. Was it last draft of 2023? I don't remember. I remember Gonsalves being one of those guys I was like, hey, we got to grab him at a discount. No, that was in 2024. Yeah, last year. That's right. Man, he turned out to be pretty good, it turns out. You got Smith over here, Braden Smith at Auburn. These guys are both looking good. But, man, look at this left side, man. There's Bernard Raymond looking awesome. Quentin Nelson, one of the very best linemen in all of football. Of course, he's going to be good. And then this guy, Bordellini, man. Tanner Bordellini, drafted out of Wisconsin last year, having himself a pretty nice season as well. That line is looking fine. Chargers fans look on in envy. We got the pieces on the end. We just don't have them on the field right now. We are even down our fifth string tackle in this game. We are leaning on our seventh and our sixth string tackles here in week 7. So they are going to overturn that, or they're going to, agree with the challenge. It's going to be 4th and 1. And it's going to change things on how they approach this 4th down try. Still an opportunity for the Chargers to get a stop. They nearly made it happen in this last opportunity. Can they do it again? Can they clean it up just a little bit more? It was literally within inches of converting last time. This is another big opportunity for them here. 4th and 1 inside the 20-yard line. Chargers. Oh, man, I think I do see Taylor in there this time. 4th and a long one. It's going to be a pitch for Taylor. Can they set the edge? No, Taylor able to convert, still on his feet. Picks up close to 10 yards on that 4th and 1. Chargers, I mean, it looked to start out okay. I feel like there was a DB or somebody shooting the edge there, and Taylor just being a good player, cut back inside. The offensive line of the Colts being very good. We're able to adjust their blocking, helping the angle for Taylor, and that's just what a good run game looks like cohesively between the back and the offensive line, dude. That's crazy. 1st and 10. It's Jones stepping back. Chargers pass rush almost gets home. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Tyler Warren covered by Derwin James. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Nice play by Derwin James. 3's in the chat. And nice pressure by Jesse Minter in that defense. I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers because the white inside the yellow is like tripping out my eyes. But I feel like that was Thule and Owe. I'm going to keep an eye on it before the snap every time now because it's really hard to see. I do see Khalil Mack out there this time. It might be Owe on the opposite side. 2nd and 10. It's the Colts over the middle and deflected. Nice play by Hart. 3rd and 10 coming up. It was Cam Hart in coverage over the middle. Gets that hand in there, slapping the ball away. And a really nice defensive play by the second-year corner. It'll be 3rd and 10. And honestly, lucky that the pass rush got home so quickly, considering there was a slant over the middle of the field that was developing into a touchdown on the right side. Good for the defense, man. The pressure looking much improved this week versus a good defense, or should I say offensive line. 3rd and 10. It's Jones. And the pocket folding. Jones has to get rid of it. And he's going to hit a man over the middle. It's another 3rd and short. It'll be 3rd and about 3 this time around. 3rd and 3. Excuse me, 4th down. It'll be a 4th and like 3. And they may be thinking about going for it yet again. Can the Chargers get one here? Yes, offense is still out on the field. I think it's Abdullah in there at running back. Oh, watch out for the pass. I mean, they're probably bluffing here, right? They're trying to get us to jump. Yes, they are. It's the end of the first quarter. Man, that drive took a long time for the Colts. First quarter has come and gone, and they're going to have a 4th and 2 when we get back from commercial break. Holy cow, man. If they convert 3 4th downs, that's insane. We'll have to see if they decide to even go for it here because, a field goal, keeps it 9-3. I'm sure they're thinking touchdown, pull ahead 2 possessions. But I would love, that also provides an opportunity for the Chargers if we're being real. Another 4th down opportunity to get off the field and turn the ball over. See if the defense is up to it. They've looked a little better this drive than they did last drive. I'll say actually a lot better, even considering they're in the red zone already. Or, even right up against the end zone. But the pass rush is much more improved than it did in the first, 3 or 4 weeks. I'm curious to see. It's probably going to have to be after the game when I can get it on my phone, really close to me so I can see the numbers. Who's getting back there consistently? Because I'm seeing plenty of Khalil Mack this week, dude. I'm seeing a lot more than I thought I would. He's easy to spot because he's got that big, arm brace on. He looks like Cyborg from Teen Titans. You know, so I can notice him on the edge, but I can't quite see who's playing opposite him. I think it's been a combination of Owe and Thule. Lucy, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much. Put in Caldwell, our rookie defensive tackle. He's been great this season. Yeah, we need him up the middle. We've had one possession on offense. Yeah, the Colts and the Chargers play pretty similar offense, if you're asking me, and they have pretty similar players all over the field outside of offensive line. I would say the Chargers have better receivers at this point. Colts have better offensive line and a better tight end, but we have the better quarterback. We have the better receivers. They have the better running back, but when Omarion Hampton comes back, I would say that, you know, even at being a rookie, Hampton's not too far away from Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion. That is the running back that he was pro-comped to by a lot of people in the offseason, too. Like, that is we have the new Jonathan Taylor on the Chargers. Unfortunately, he's not in this game because the Chargers are just decimated everywhere on this roster. But this has been a tough game so far, man. Tough game. Very physical. Lots of guts, too. Going for it on 4th down inside your own 40 was an interesting decision. Ended up working out for him. And it looks like they're about to go for it again here. 4th and 2. Inside the 5-yard line. This is huge. How do the Chargers defend this? Chargers playing close to the line. I think it's Bud Dupree and Thule on the edge. Maybe it's Owe. I can't quite tell. 4th and 2. They got a man in motion. It's a handoff up the middle. No, he's going to keep it. Oh, nice fake. It's a touchdown, Colts. Man, that was such a convincing play action. It caught me off guard. I'm sure it did to the Chargers as well. It's going to bring it up to 12-3, 13 with pending the extra point. But my goodness, man. Jonathan Taylor, very convincing late handoff, be it a fake, leaves open number 11 just to waltz that thing in. Touchdown Colts, dude. That is crazy. That was a good play. Because you got to respect the number, 28, dude. Like, he could easily take that thing in if that were a handoff. And they used that to their advantage. Most the Chargers line bit on that one, leaving 11 wide open for the opportunity to score. It'll be a 13-3 score for the Colts. $10 holla. Hey, director, if we're looking at tight end in the next draft, offensive line obviously first.
If we are looking for next draft, well, obviously first. Plaza look at Eli Stowers. Talked to him yesterday after rushing the field at the LSU game, and it seemed he wanted to be a Charger.
Hey, man, doing some recruiting on the side, Omega. I like it, dude. Chargers maybe in the market for tight end. I would be I'm sure a lot of people would be excited for the LSU star. I mean, it would be cool, right? I think a lot of people are also excited to see what we may have in a Rondé Gadsden. But a $10 holla and some Chargers recruiting on the side? I like it, man. Omega, big love to you guys. Give them some love in the chat, man. That is awesome, dude. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. So the Chargers down 13-3. Need an answer here on offense. It is a tough start, but again, all of this is pretty expected. Like, we knew that the Colts were pretty good, right? This is one of the better offenses we faced all season long. And it's just a matter of kind of hanging in there, right? And so far, the defense, they completely gave it up the first time. Second time, they got closer. They did. If they can continue to build on that, maybe we can slow down and find some space to catch up a little bit. But we're going to need to see everybody play very cleanly here, which is tough because you got so many new faces on that offensive line that are trying to work cohesively that really don't have a lot of time together. And we saw that kind of bite them in the butt in their last offensive possession. Lots of penalties, ruining opportunities from that offensive line. It's not okay, director. it's not like we're okay with wanting to lose, but we're just saying we understand the situation. They are making improvements, obviously, in that defense, the second drive, but there is a lot that they can do offensively to keep themselves in this game, and that's kind of where we felt it was going to be all along. Justin Herbert has got to take advantage of this. What we're going to say is below average, well below average, defensive backcourt of the Indianapolis Colts. That's where I would be attacking them. Let's see if the Chargers find a way to get it done. Here comes the next play. Yes! Over the middle! Just as those words are coming out of my mouth, it is a big play to Oronde Gadsden, who takes a hit, shaken up a little bit. I think he looks okay. He's going to stand up, walking gingerly to the sideline. Hopefully he's good, man. We need him this game. 22 yards for Oronde Gadsden. And, yeah, he's going to take a helmet to the knee. That's definitely going to hurt. It's one that we can hope to see him walk off on the sidelines, but this is where you attack the Colts. They have a pretty bad defensive backcourt right now. Their linebackers not very good in coverage either, as on first down in the next play, it's going to be a handoff. It'll be negative yardage there, 2nd and 12 coming up. Attack that secondary, man. Gadsden on the sideline. They're going to be looking at that knee for a second, but yeah, that can hurt, dude. See if you can walk that one off. 86 is in the chat for our guy. Oronde Gadsden, big play. Is that the biggest of the night so far, 22 yards? Is that warranting an H-bomb? We're going to hit the button. I missed the button. I want to hit the button. 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking, needs a little time. Fires over the middle. Oh, hits Disley in the chest, and it's dropped. 3rd and 12 coming up. Dude. No, he hit him right in the hands, and Disley just couldn't hold on. Oh, man, already just one play, and we are very much so missing Oronde Gadsden. That is incomplete. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Bolts. Man, and in Disley's defense, he's not the receiving tight end, but holy crap, you got to come down with that one. 3rd and 12, got to expect the Colts to blitz. And there are multiple flags here. Ooh, it's going to be neutral zone. That should help the Chargers out here. Encroachment defense. That'll give us a few extra yards to work with. We needed it. And they were definitely trying to time that thing, man. They knew 3rd and 12. He's going to need some extra time, and they didn't want to give it to him. Now we should be looking at what? It's going to be a 3rd and 7. A little bit more manageable. You can try and hit something underneath, grab those yards after the catch. I'm looking at you, Quentin Johnston. Although he's going to be playing out wide, so maybe Ladd McConkey on this play. Justin Herbert steps back, looking, lots of heat. Able to push off the first pass rusher, and just out of the hands of Keenan Allen. He was looking to try and bring that in on the sideline. Had a shot at it, but a very tough catch. It'll be 4th and 7. Chargers should punt this thing away. But good on Justin Herbert, man. Able to keep that play alive. Throws on the run. But it's a little too far. Now that I have another angle on it, a little too far for Keenan Allen on the sideline. Good effort, but, man, that is tough. No time on that O-line. Here comes the punt by J.K. Scott. And it's up there. Scott been very good this season. And, it's going to be very close to a big play. But Jasir Taylor can't quite get a hand on it before going into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Colts. Still 13 minutes in the second quarter. Lots of football left to play. But the Chargers falling behind a little bit here. Cannot afford another score by the Colts, who, man, they have been so hard to stop this season. It seems every time they get their hands on the football, they're going to score in some way each and every drive. The Chargers' first drive looked pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Second drive, they look better. Still allowed the touchdown. Can the third drive be the trick? Can the third drive be the one that helps them bring together a stop? Because, man, do we need it. The Chargers down 2 possessions. Colts have been pretty much wiped the first quarter off the face of the earth. Got to assume they're going to try and do the same thing here in the second quarter. They need some help from that defense. The pass rush, surprisingly, has been the part of the defense that has been surprising me this.
Crying. Real fans bolt up.
There we go. Hey, big love by Alex, man. I appreciate you, dude. Let's get some lightning bolts in the chat, man. Let's get some lightning bolts in the chat, dude. Let's hype this thing up. Let's get the energy out in the universe. Again, we don't know what to expect in terms of a bounce back here, but they have shown me that they can improve defensively. And again, that pass rush is something that has surprised me in that last drive. Can they kind of hone that in a little bit more? Because you'll notice there was 2 or 3 plays where Daniel Jones was rushed, and it turned out to be a very lucky thing that he didn't turn the ball over. Now it feels like the Chargers have an angle. You know what I mean? Let's keep that pass rush going strong. See if we can force another mistake and capitalize this time. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Need to stop the run, period. Yeah, that's a big part of this. That is where my confidence feels a little shaky. You know, we knew that it was a problem last week. We got ran over. We knew it was a problem the week before. We got ran over. Now we have Jonathan Taylor. That could determine the game.
Go. High voltage sign emoji.
Hey, Kevin Allgood, $20 holla.
Sign emoji.
Let's freaking go. Give him some love in the chat, dude. That is awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude. $20 holla with the hype, with the lightning bolts. We are out here, man, hoping the Chargers find a way to survive this one. That's really where I'm at on it. Can we find a way to survive this game? Next week, getting Joe Alt back, hopefully. Trey Pipkins. We got Khalil Mack. Could be a big factor. Here's the next play. Daniel Jones picks up about 5 yards, hitting his guy, Michael Pittman, on the run. It'll be second and medium coming up. Kevin Allgood, thank you so much again, man. That's so awesome. Appreciate you, man. That'll be 2nd and 6 now. Indianapolis Colts. Again, so difficult to stop. Chargers showed signs of life last drive. Can they get in there? I'm seeing Adafe Owen, I think Bud Dupree on the edge in this play. Can somebody get in there? And the answer is yes! It's Jonathan Taylor, who gets taken down well behind the line. It'll be a loss of about 2 yards. But there is a flag. Come on, man. Be on the Colts. Be on the Colts. Tierra Tart's going to get called for hands to the face. It's a first down, Colts. Yeah. Tart with the face mask. That can't happen, dude. That is not good. Come on, Tart. We you know what you're doing, man. You know. 1st and 10. It's Dupree and Owe this time. Or Dupree and Tooley. Can they get home? Oh, they got close. And it's going to force a bad pass. Incomplete. Looking for Ali Cox. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Again, the pass rush is surprising me right now. Colts have a good line. An exceptional line. And we're seeing consistent pressure pretty much every snap here, which is, I don't know what we unlocked, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Come on, man. Come on. Another incompletion will be 2nd and 10 at the Indianapolis 34-yard line. Watch out for Taylor Warren here. We got Derwin James. Hopefully he can keep up. He's a very good tight end. Lil Mack in on this play. And, Daniel's going to have to try and run away. He stays alive, kind of, but finally gets taken down. It's Khalil Mack with the sack. Welcome back, Mack. The Mack is back. The pressure is alive. Oh, dude. Tooley got an arm on him, and then Khalil Mack drove him into the turf. Dude, wow. Khalil Mack, first game back, completely blew up their left tackle. Holy cow, dude. It's like Mack got rejuvenated with that time off, man. He looks like a new guy, a new person. We got Owe and Tooley on the line now. I think that's still Mack in there, too. I can't quite see. 3rd and 17. Daniel Jones, he's going to heave it downfield. Oh, my goodness. Wide open was Alec Pierce. First down. That's such a shame, dude. What an effort by the defensive line and the edge players. Completely wiped away by busted coverage, dude. Oh, no. Tony Jefferson trying everything he can to keep up with the play, but it feels like it was Dante Jackson who was supposed to follow that upfield. Instead, he tried to pass his man. Oh. Or he didn't pass his man. That is so unfortunate, dude. That's a 48-yard bomb on 3rd and 17. Here comes a screen to Taylor. This feels like it got close. Taylor's going to bring it down to the 5-yard line. Man, that is a huge play. That is a game-shifting play right there. 3rd and 17. You've got him dead to rights, and you give up a 48-yard pass. You've got to be kidding me, man. Ito has been downgraded to out, by the way. Oh, man. 1st and goal. It's a handoff up the middle. Nice stop by the Chargers. Gets back to the line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Dude, that just freaking blows. 3rd and 17 converted on a 48-yard busted coverage play. You gotta be kidding me, man. Come on. That is unacceptable. Second and goal. It's another play up the middle. Taylor can't find any space. He is down after a pickup of 1. Okay, it'll be 3rd and goal coming up. Kyle. Thinking Minter isn't going anywhere. Yeah. He was on the short list. But, you know, it's been a little less consistent this season. We'll say that. It has been much less consistent. The pass defense has been fantastic. Pass rush certainly looks like it's coming to life, but that run defense is so bad. And that's crazy because we have the highest graded defensive lineman in football versus the run in T.R. Tart. And we just can't bring it all together. We faced some pretty good running backs this season too, though. Let's not lie. 3rd and goal. Daniel Jones over the middle. Touchdown, Colts. It's Taylor Warren. Tyler Warren. The superstar tight end takes it in. The Chargers are falling off, man. That sucks so bad. The defense was looking so good and getting pressure, but nothing you can do in terms of coverage. Oh, man. Yeah, Deion Henley got completely spun around the wrong way. And it was an easy touchdown for Warren up the middle. That blows. That blows. It'll be 20-3. And the Colts are pulling away early. We still have 9 minutes in this quarter. Chargers, with a touchdown, could bring themselves back into position to fight, I suppose. But that is something that the small moments and the small mistakes are adding up, and the big mistakes are extra punishing. That is something that we really, really couldn't let happen in this drive. We had that drive done and accounted for at 3rd and 17. The fact that they just scored a touchdown on that same drive, nah, that's bad. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad, dude. That is depressing. Well, so far the gold jerseys have not produced much luck for the Chargers. We've gotten close a couple of times. Again, 3rd and 17 should have been it. That 4th and 1 conversion should have been it, right? Or the turnover on downs the Chargers defense almost forced there. Again, very, very close. Very, very small margins here that could have turned this whole thing around. We might be looking at a 6-13 or, even a 9 score deficit for the Chargers, but man, it's just so unfortunate. They can't fight a little harder in those tiny moments to keep the game in front of them. Crazy. Stop defending this team? Absolutely not. Never. From the day I was born till the day I die, I will be a San Diego and now Los Angeles Chargers super fan. And no matter what, my heart will bleed powder blue and push for this team to bring home a championship. Nothing will shake my foundation in that.
We are letting the Colts just walk to end zone. Pouting face emoji.
Yeah, it's bad. We can have bad games. This is a bad game. This is a bad game. Are we completely out? Nope. Am I completely ticked off and pissed off? Not there yet. I can get there. But again, this is a game that I really expected it to be an uphill climb, and it's starting off that way. I'm not going to discount the fact that the Chargers have something on each side, right? There's something there that can help them climb out of this hole. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Alvaro, $10 holla despite that, man. I really appreciate it, dude. I really appreciate it. Nice return by the Chargers. Who was returning at that time? It was Hines. Naheem Hines with that return. Looking pretty good. Chaotic with a 5. You've been saying this is a bad game for weeks. We're just a bad team at this point. Nah, man, I think there's a line in between being a bad football team and understanding your situation as a football team. This isn't a bad football team. We are a very bad blocking football team. Yes, I agree with you there. That is the Achilles heel of the Chargers this season. The interior, the line. We got too many good pieces all over the roster to be considered just a flat-out bad team. First down's going to be an incomplete pass, and the Colts are going to get away with a pretty blatant face mask. It'll be 2nd and long. It's okay to be frustrated, though, man. You guys, you can lay it out in the chat if you need to. My job is kind of help talk people down a little bit because at the end of the day, you know, at least I'm not going anywhere. You know, I wouldn't blame people for walking away and choosing a new team and this and that, but that's not for me, you know. And be mad today, bolt up tomorrow has been something we've been pouting for a long, long time, and hopefully it doesn't have to be that way too much longer. Oh! Speak of the devil, we needed a big play, and guess who it is? It's Oronde Gadsden with another bomb, this time on the sideline. Gadsden lined up wide at receiver, completely beat his man, goes up there, grabs a huge play. That's a 30-yard bomb to our new tight end, Oronde Gadsden. 86 is in the chat. This man's got 2 receptions for 52 yards. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We need a spark. Next play. It's a run. Picks up okay yardage. We'll say 3 or 4. It'll be 2nd and medium. We needed that, man. And this is exactly how you want to attack them. Keep that run game somewhat relevant. Couple of yards here and there. But really drive it down their throat through the pass, man. Get after those linebackers who are really bad versus the pass. Get after those corners who are really bad versus the pass, and let Justin Herbert do his thing. It's especially difficult to do that right now without the offensive line in the way that you want to see it, but it's possible. That's where Justin Herbert's a special player. Speaking of which, he's going to quickly throw this one to Keenan Allen. Picks up a couple of yards there. It'll be 3rd and 3, but that's the kind of quarterbacking we need to see from Justin Herbert this week. Quick, decisive throws. Attacking the secondary with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. We need it. Gadsden looking crazy, dude. 3rd and 3. Kamani Vidal on the move, looking. Herbert pumps it. He's going to throw it. It gets batted at the line and intercepted by the line. Oh, the Colts. And the Chargers are drowning in this one, man. We have another jersey curse on our hands. I hope not, man. Although I did like the last ones more than this one. You have to be realistic. I mean, yeah, I'm hoping that we're addressing the chat. I mean, I've been trying to keep everyone's expectations low on this one. We even predicted a loss. I got a lot of heat for that one too on this game. It's okay to understand the situation of the team while also rooting for them to get better over the next few weeks. We just need to get some people back, man. And I'm seeing the word toxic positivity in the chat a lot and being realistic and this and that. Listen, guys, I have made so many more enemies from being a happy person than a sad and miserable person. And at the end of the day, Chargers football and football in general is such a massive part of my life and what brings me joy that, yes, there are days where it's going to bring me down and piss me off, make me want to walk away. But there are more days that I say, that was worth it. The pain, the anger, the frustration, I am willing to live with that because of how much joy this team brings me on better days, in better situations, with better results. And that's where I stand. And if some people don't like that, I completely get it, man. There's a lot of people in my personal life that don't like me because I have that perspective. And I don't blame anybody for not jiving with that. That's cool. You can feel and participate in football in any way you want. Football is meant to unlock something different in every person, okay? I'm not the person to dictate that for you. All I can say is I'm the kind of person that I protect what I love with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, and I love football, and I love Chargers football. And it is the way it is. That being said, I did tell everybody that this was probably a game that we were going to drop while we're waiting for players to come back for this team to get healthy, because this is a much different looking football game with Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater and Amari Hampton and everybody that we're missing than what we're seeing today. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Hopefully the Chargers next week, they get back some of their guys. Joe Alt being back would be huge. You know, Khalil Mack being back is already being a pretty big force in this game despite, you know, the terrible result that we're seeing right now. Hopefully with all of these guys coming back, we can grab our footing at some point. But it's okay. If you guys need to let it out in the chat, man, let it out here. Like, this is the place. You're among friends and family and Bolt fam. Just keep it respectful, okay? Be in command of your own emotion. And don't let it out on your fellow fans. We're all on the same team. We're all in this together, okay? There's a way to get that out and to, as a community, figure out our own feelings on the situation. Cool? Big love, man. Rick Monterosa. So bad. I'm sorry, Rick. Yeah, I hope that you're not at this game, dude.
This week and Titans game the week after. Now tempted to make a sign for the Chargers to fix the OLED game day and then try to see what's going on at the Chargers game. Smiling face with tear emoji.
I don't know if I picked this up wrong from your comment, but yeah, it feels like this could be an opportunity for the Chargers to, like they saw in that huge loss to Vegas, make a drastic move for improvement. Here comes a sideline pass by Daniel Jones. It's going to be incomplete. We got a 3rd and 13 coming up, despite the huge interception by the defensive line of the Colts. The Chargers have an opportunity to get off the field here. See if they can figure this one out, man. Get off the field. Only allow 3. Step in the right direction. Still falling very far behind. Avar with the 5. Ortiz needs to make some trades. Maybe pick up some free agents. ASJ hasn't been picked up. Gus Edwards only have 5 draft picks next year. Yeah. I think something needs to happen. I honestly think there's some pretty decent free agents still out there that we need to take a shot on. But, you know, it is what it is. Here's Daniel Jones. Ooh, the blitz almost got home, and at this time it does. Oh, just barely gets the pass away. And it was the corner blitz this time. Tarheeb still forcing that throw. It's 4th and 13. And it'll be a long field goal opportunity for the Colts. Not completely dead yet. It feels like it. Not completely dead yet. But a 4th and 13 is a good start here, man. Is this the first punt by the Colts today? Yes, it is. 4th and 13, and they're going to punt this thing away. I was on the wrong side of the field in my mind. 4th and 13. Chargers do get a stop, and they get a quick touchdown to bring back the Bolt fam and the chat to life. Here comes the return by the Chargers. It will be caught inside the 25 and brought down around the 22-yard line. Mo Friday, big love to you, Director. Thanks for staying positive. It is a blessing and a curse. But ultimately, the best thing that could have ever been handed down to me from my mother. My mother is a shameless optimist and positive person, and that has made my life a whole lot better. Shout out to Mama Director. That is one of the most valuable things a parent can give to their kid. Omega, $20 holla. Currently go to Vandy and will be at College game day this week and Titans game after that. Now tempted to make a sign for the Chargers to fix the offensive line at game day. Try to see what's going on at the Chargers game. Yeah, and that's something that I think Chargers fans, we tried starting a little bit of a movement on that. I said, hey, we got to go out on Twitter and demand some movement at offensive line. Nothing happened, but man, were we loud about it. We several thousand retweets and likes and etc. It's almost that time, man. The trade deadline's coming in, dude. Like next couple of weeks now. I think the early part of November is when that trade deadline is going to pass, and something's got to happen, dude. And again, I'm not all about like let's trade everything away for these stars and studs. I mean, if we do make a legitimate move that helps the offensive line for now and the future, then sure. But I see some, free agents that could help in the meantime. Guys that make sense in terms of depth and chemistry. Something has to be done, though. We are in string 6 and 7 on that tackle position that needs a lot of help. Hey, Omega with the $20 holla. Big love, man. Thank you so much. Ekis with the $2 holla. Let's get the third and out. It's time for the climb. Hey, you called it. 3 and out. Chargers got the football back in offense. Let's see what they can do with it. $2 holla. Would you give Lance a chance if Herb does nothing? I mean, if it gets away from us any further than it is, like let's say it's a 30-point deficit, then yeah, I'm putting Lance in. But that's more in terms of protection for your stud next week. Because, again, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at that Minnesota game. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see Justin Herbert up there. And I'd love to see what he looks like with a little bit more protection. Hopefully Joe Alt in that game as well would be awesome. Gustavo with the 49 months. Be mad today, bolt up tomorrow. That's the motto. We've seen worse games. This one sucks. It's bad. It's definitely up there, but we've seen worse games. We're stronger than that. Ronnie S with a $2 holla. Third. Conversion sucks. Touchdown conversion sucks. Bad equal bad OC, and that's going to be part of the conversation too, trust me. That will be part of the conversation. Z-Show, you sound like the collective Chargers therapist director. Much appreciated, kind sir. Thank you for the amazing channel, all you do. I appreciate it too, man. This is honestly... real quick, though. Here comes a run up the middle. Nice effort. Money Vidal picks up close to 5 on that play. This is something that you would have heard me doing in person a lot. Just at the bar with my friends before opening up the channel, man. And what was made it even more difficult that it was more copium because I was the only Chargers fan that I knew. And now we just have a platform where we can share that with everybody. And that it honestly, your guys' bounce back of support to me also means the absolute world because it's a tough go at it alone being a Chargers fan. That's why I'm more grateful for this channel than anything. Joshua Slagle, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much. 2nd and 5. Herbert over the middle. He's gonna hit his man. It's a first down. Was that Trey Harris? Who's that? I can't see the numbers. The yellow jerseys. It's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, 3rd and Keenan keeps the drive alive. And we got ourselves a first down at the 33-yard line. Kind of need a touchdown this drive. Like, flat out. No choice. Need a tutty. Every home game for good luck. Here you go. I've attended a loss. I think one loss I've attended. Right? the Ravens game last year. It can happen. 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, gets tackled while he throws, looking for Quentin Johnston. Holy cow. It'll be 2nd and 10. Predictably, the offensive line folds. Ricardo with the $2 holiday drove 6 hours from Phoenix for this. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Hopefully you find some fun Chargers fans to go yuck it up with after the game. Would I recommend Rock and Brews out in El Segundo and Brewport? Go out there and console one another. An eligible man downfield, by the way. There's a flag on the Chargers as well on that one. 1st and something. Adam Rank had us winning. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert has to escape the pocket again. Throws on the run. Who's wide open? Who is this person? It's Keenan Allen again. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe Keenan Allen came down with that one. 2 feet in, maintains possession through, or finishes the catch through contact. That is our guy, Keenan Allen, man. 13's in the chat for Keenan. That is incredible. 4 catches, 50 yards so far for Keenan Allen. That is a 30-yard pass to Slayer, which puts the Chargers at the 37-yard line of the Colts. 1st and 10. Herbert, quick pass, looking for McConkey, who spins, trying to find space, and gets completely clobbered after that. Hopefully he's good. Looks fine. It'll be 2nd down, picks up maybe half a yard on that play. I want some more Gadsden, man. Gadsden was looking so good in this game on just 2 catches. Not the best effort from Quentin Johnston on that bubble screen. He was assigned a blocker, and he didn't quite fulfill his destiny there. 2nd and 10. Gadsden lined up wide again. It's Herbert. He's looking his way. He's going to pass. Ooh, it was Ladd McConkey who was playing underneath. He's going to pick up the 1st down. Now Chargers finally finding some momentum. But there is a flag on that play. Ladd McConkey was talking to Gadsden about running downfield. I wonder if there was a miscommunication. They still got the 1st down. Personal foul face mask on the defense. Will that be additional yards after the play, right? Is that 15 after? Or is it half the distance to the goal? Yeah, McConkey got grabbed by the face mask. That's going to be some extra yardage on top. Where does that put us now? Oh, yeah, you cannot do that, DB. He yanks his head all the way around trying to grab that face mask. Here is 1st and 10, now inside the 15, around the 11, 12-yard line. Looks like a run. Tight formation, could be a play action. It is! Herbert steps up, throws on the run, back in the end zone. Oh! Close to a Ladd McConkey touchdown. Likely a touchdown if he had a clean pocket there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ladd McConkey had to get up there to even try and attempt a catch here. Taking another look at it. Yeah, dude, middle of the field, man. Whoa, wide open. So wide open. But puts way too much touch on it. Having to throw on the run from the pressure. 2nd and 10 coming up. Tim, sorry, bro. Had to take a break. Jones supposed to be a bust. Can't wait to meet you next week. Hey, can't wait to meet you guys too, man. Herbert, play action again. On the run, it's Ladd McConkey. Tries to stiff arm a defender. He'll pick up about 3 or 4. It'll be 3rd and long coming up. They can convert a 1st down with 7 yards. But we really need a touchdown. Hey, big love, Tim. I'm looking forward so much to meeting you guys as well, dude. So many of these names. Every year that we go to a game, we get to put the username to the face and the person and the people. And it is such an experience. I can't even tell you. Like, I'm very blessed to be in this position to be able to do content and social media stuff and build relationships via YouTube and to get to see you guys and meet you guys in person. I'm very much looking forward to it. We will see you guys next week. Minnesota Vikings at the Chargers at SoFi. Come catch me and the missus. We're going to be hanging out at the Die Hard Boat Club Canopy in Thunder Alley. They have been gracious enough to provide us with a space to chat with y'all and to take photos and all that kind of stuff. Should be a lot of fun. Very exciting. We're at the 2-minute warning, by the way, those of you guys wondering. 2-minute warning. It'll be a 3rd and 7 when we come back. Kind of feels like a do-or-die moment. We're just about out of time in the first half. Chargers need a touchdown pretty bad. I just remembered something important. 1 second here, guys. We're in a commercial break right now, guys, by the way, for those of you guys wondering. We're waiting to come back from the 2-minute warning and see what the Chargers can do with a 3rd and 7 in front of them. Here we go, guys. 3rd and 7. Justin Herbert looking, has a little time, throws into the end zone. Intercepted. That's probably the game right there, y'all. That is bad. That is probably the game. Dang, dude, that sucks. Man. Well, the Colts got 2 minutes. They may be able to put this one away with another score here early. That's crazy. Could always be worse. At least we're not the Raiders. Birds can't even score points. That's true. That is true. We're in a bad way right now, but hopefully next week, I would assume the Minnesota Vikings are a much softer opponent at this point, even though they're not terrible. I would say they're probably a better opportunity for the Chargers. And getting Joe Alt, man, I'm going to say this right now. The moment, and I've said this several times since it happened, the moment Joe Alt went down is where I feel like the wheels fell off of this team. Like, we just went full tailspin at that point. Getting him back, will that help us? Will that be like the opposite effect? Will it turn into this huge boost that brings the team back to life, it could. Gotta hope and pray that it's next week, which it's sounding like it could be. Sounding like it could be. Keep an eye on the scoreboard for the other games, too, man. We need the Broncos to drop one versus the Giants. Here comes a big play downfield. Chargers almost intercepted it. Really kind of needed that one. They sniffed out the big play, forced the incompletion, but, man, a pick would have been massive right there for St. Just. Would have been tough. Had a shot on it. It'll be 2nd and long. Yeah, we still do have another half. Chargers still have 3 timeouts. There's a minute 18 left. Yeah, it will be a very difficult one to climb out of in the second half. Chase, I see you. Thanks for the $5 holla. Here comes the quick throw to Pittman. It'll pick up about 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down. Chargers, do they think about taking a timeout here? I kind of would think about it. At 3rd down, they're not in a position yet to kick a field goal. Like, I would have probably taken a timeout there. 3rd and 4. And we'll see. That would include them having to get a stop here. We got Thule and Owe on the edge this play. It'll be a quick pass over the middle. Easy completion for Daniel Jones at the 50. It'll be 1st and 10. 28 seconds left. Kind of feels like they're playing for the field goal. Ugh, I got to go check on underdog, man. I did take a couple unders, but I do feel like I was counting on Justin Herbert to have a big passing day. We'll see. I mean, he's got some interceptions. But let's roll with the $2 holla, man. We need to do something about this O-line ASAP. Yeah, we were screaming about this last week. Since Joe Alt went down, honestly. That's why I kept saying it was such a unique situation, because the Chargers likely are sitting on it because they know they're going to get Alt back. They have Rashawn Slater potentially coming back next season, so investing on those positions is really hard to do right now when you know you've got prime players coming back at some point. But that doesn't mean you can do nothing, right? Get guys that are okay, and then use them as backups later. Here comes the next play. Nice ball, nice zing, nice catch by the Colts. They are at field goal range at this point, it looks like. Last time out for the Colts. They're going to be at the 35-yard line or so, so they're positioning themselves for a 23-3 lead. 20 points on the Chargers. Alan Galladay with the 2. What happened to Ben Herbert making us unbreakable? Under investigation now, I suppose. Ground Dog, when do we need to start looking at putting Trey Lance in? I would say if this game gets past like 25, 30 points in terms of a deficit, then I would definitely throw in Trey Lance just to try and live to fight another day. We need Herbert next week. We may be a new rejuvenated team next week in terms of offensive line, because let's not forget, sounds like Joe Alt's coming back, and there's a potential for Trey Pipkins to come back that same game.
I've been through worse, like a 2 to
Could
12
be a big
season
difference
it can
maker.
And we'll get better.
Yeah, man, I feel you. Steve Simmons, $10 holla. As bad as I've been through, as this is, I've been through worse, like a 2 and 12 season. It can and will get better. Yes, it will. Here's Pittman, who picks up a huge 1st down. It's going to position the Colts for a pretty easy 3-point try around the 20-yard line. Yeah, commentators are saying the same thing. They've been playing for a field goal this whole drive. So they're going to go up with 20 with this field goal. It makes it extremely difficult to even think about a comeback here, man. It feels like there were 2 or 3 opportunities this game where the game could be looking a lot different, right? The 4th down stop, which turned out to be a conversion. The interception for Justin Herbert that got batted in the line and then back into the arms of the defensive line of the Colts. And then, of course, that interception in the end zone just now. All those moments so close to turning this game on its head. It probably would be a 10 to 20 or 16-point game. I don't even know. It would look much different, but it is what it is. Hopefully the Chargers find some momentum coming out of the half. They do get the football in the third quarter. But they really need to find some momentum, if not for this game, to help them next week. You know what I mean? Trey with the 2. Can't have antibodies? I'm heartbroken. I'm so sorry, man. I know, it sucks. It sucks. I expected this to probably be a loss. I did not expect it to be such a massive loss. My score prediction for this game was 23-24 in favor of the Colts. It is 23-3 so far in favor of the Colts. And no signs of getting any better yet. We can hope it does. But it feels like they're running away with it pretty early here. $5 welcome from Kevin Allgood. Never give up. Never surrender. Never, never, never. Feels like it's a tough hill to climb. I more so want them to gain some momentum to help them into their next matchup next week, because that is an opportunity to really get the season right. You know what I mean? This game, and again, go back, watch my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, watch the previews, watch the predictions and all that stuff. Like, this is what we talked about. Like, the Chargers probably, hopefully find a way to survive this game, but it's going to be a tough one, and it's one that I'm kind of predicting that we drop. But the next week or the next coming, couple of matchups, the opportunity for us to get better is very realistic, considering that we have returning players and studs and stars and top 5 or top 3 players at positions returning to this team. Doesn't mean today doesn't suck, but, tomorrow is probably going to be much better. I don't know. If you guys want the superstitious answer, I'm pretty good at choosing games that I go to for wins. And I chose the Vikings. I will be at that game next week. Anything. Oh, okay, Trey. I see you. Anything. Let me read that again. He says, we can't have anything nice. Oh, man. Well, hopefully next week we do see the rebirth. Ekis with the 2. It's not impossible. Second half. Bolton coming, please. And thank you. Again, you score a touchdown. You bring it in within 2 possessions. It's still not a guarantee, but it's momentum. And I think that at this point, the Chargers need anything that they can get. Yellow jerseys are bad juju. Oh, I knew that was coming. I was like, unless the Chargers get a pretty big win, I'm pretty convinced that the yellow jerseys are going to be rejected by the fan base. And so far, it doesn't look good. Next week, though, man, the Navies. Ooh, that throwback Superchargers. I'm so excited for next week's game in terms of marketing. Don't get me wrong. I actually really loved what they did with this game in terms of the Charger Power era. I thought the marketing, the design, the apps, the websites, the uniforms, everything felt really, really cool. Like, I loved that 60s vibe. But next week's about me. I grew up in that Rivers, LT era, Antonio Gates, and seeing, I can already picture it now, seeing that San Diego Chargers style logo out on the field, which they did for this game for the Charger Power era. Seeing that out on the field, that's going to be very special. I'm extremely excited about that. Next week can be so much better. Yoinkman with the 5. If we miss the playoffs this year, do you think Jim will actually part ways with Greg Roman? It's possible. I really felt like it would have to be a pretty drastic, result for him to move on from what is considered by him, I have to assume, is a cornerstone of his coaching. But at some point, you got to wake up and realize your situation. He did it a few times at Michigan where it was just not working out. I think in particular his defensive coordinator. He woke up one day and said, give me Mike McDonald, right? Give me Jesse Minter. Give me these guys from the Ravens coaching tree. And it really worked out for him. Maybe we see something, that pushes the needle in the right direction offensively too. Because I mean, I'm not going to say Greg Roman has the best opportunity in front of him. Like, this sucks. We're missing so many O-linemen, and your first-round running back, your number one free agent running back. You're missing a lot of talent, but it's got to get better. Got to get better. All right, dude. The Savannah Banana Chargers will be right back. I will be right back after a word from our sponsors. We'll take a look at the first half. Kind of dissect some of the stuff we're learning from this game. More so trying to learn what we can take into next week. I'm not going to let go of this game. I feel like as long as it's not a 30-point deficit, we should continue to hope a little bit at least. But, we kind of expected it to go one way, and it's kind of trending that way right now anyway. So, anyway, guys, we'll see you back in about 2 or 3 minutes after a word from our sponsor. Let's grab this quick $5 holla, too, so I don't forget it when we come back. It's from Tim Theed. Says, first-round draft pick, I'm taking a center or a lockdown corner. Greg Roman is drunk. Yeah, I think offensive line is the way to go. And honestly, it's probably guard for me. If it's a really exceptionally good talent at center, then yeah. Is it Connor Lew? Is that his name? The guy from Auburn? Who knows where he lands in terms of, the rankings for this season, but I mean, if the top center is that good, sure, let's do it. But offensive line is really something I want to hit hard this year, and not just in terms of the starters. Like, we all think, oh, we need to go after the top center or the top guard or whatever, which is fair, but we also need to fill out our depth pretty bad, dude. Our depth is so garbage right now. Holy cow. You know what I mean? Like, Trey Pipkins, who, is missing a lot of this season, is going to have an expiring contract. He probably won't be back with us. We'll see, But I would like a new swing tackle. That's why I want to go trade for Trevor Penning.
Lost the game. We got a whole second half to go. Bolt TF up. High voltage sign emoji. High voltage sign emoji.
We're talking like we lost the game. Got the whole second half to go bolt up. Oh, yeah, Steve. We're not going to say it's completely hopeless, but,
I wanted these uniforms to be the Super Saiyan Chargers. Gotta get asses kicked to go Super Saiyan. Maybe we can do it second half. I sent you the helmet. Use it as you see fit.
Heck yeah, man. You sent me the helmet. Well, either way, my man. Either way. West Side. Thank you, $20 holla. I appreciate that, dude. Can we go Super Saiyan in the second half? Again, it ain't over till it's over. Chargers have been, at some points, a really good second half team this year. Not more recently, but, we can turn it on and find some success in the second half. Let's hope for it. But more so, let's be very diligent in our observation of where we need help. Because, again, the trade line's coming up. Chargers, if they were to win this game, 5 wins is awesome. 4-3 still not bad. But there's a lot to learn in these games, and I think that I truly do believe brighter days are ahead, like as soon as next week. If you guys want me to be completely like open and bare with you and extremely honest with you guys, I hugged Mrs. Director right before the game, and I told her I don't know if we're going to win this one. And not because I don't believe in my team. I hate it when people say that. They say, you're not a fan because you don't believe. It's not the case. It's just understanding the situation that the team is in right now, right? But I did also say that I think we're going to come back to life next week. I think next week is the week where the team steps back into that 3-0 light that we started off with in the season. You know what I mean? I'm still hoping and pushing for the team to win this week. It's, again, it could happen. Justin Herbert could come out second half, Phillip Rivers reincarnate. Well, okay, what's a good Chargers quarterback from back in the day? Didn't play a lot for us, but Johnny Unitas, reincarnate, and bring us, a huge victory from behind. That'd be awesome. The narrative of the week, right? But I honestly, truly believe that there are some better days ahead, and this is the week I pushed for, temper expectations a little bit. We're really down bad on offensive line. It can cost us games. But next week was the week where I was like, but watch out. Like, if we get guys back, if Alt is back and Mac is back, and we're starting to see these returning, cavalry line of players, that is where I think things start to level out and your Chargers start to return to form. Okay? So we've been realistic about the outcome of this game, but I'm also telling you guys my gut feeling and being realistic, what I think the rebound is coming. I really do. I really do. So anyway, guys, Stevie Steve! Thank you so much, $10 holla. I appreciate it. Keep the hope alive just a little bit longer in this game. if we can score some points, get the Bolt fan back on board. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay if this one gets away from us. I promise. We'll be okay. Uncle Dez with the $15 holla. Rip muscle hamster. More bad news. Another bad day. The ball, big opening drive. There's still a chance to win from here. The most Chargers thing ever. What do you mean, rip muscle hamster? Did what was his name? Martin? He okay? I don't know. I haven't been on social media a whole lot this week. Me and Mrs. Director planning our trip. Which, by the way, we're going to the game on Thursday, right? We're going to see a lot of you guys, meet a lot of you guys, but we are also, right after that, me and her are taking off to go celebrate our 10-year wedding anniversary. That is happening. So we have had a lot of planning and stuff this week. Did Doug Martin really pass away? Are you guys serious? Man, yeah, that just happened, huh? Dude, that sucks. 22's in the chat for our guy Doug Martin, the muscle hamster. That's sad, man. You never like to see that. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. 22's in the chat for muscle hamster, man. Jeff Ferry's with the 2 at the game. The Gates Hall of Fame ceremony was awesome. I'm glad that you guys at least got something cool to see at the game live, man. George coming in with the 2. Let's get out of this game healthy and ready for Thursday night football. That's a way to look at it too. Avar with the 5. We lose about 2 players a game to injury. Chargers need to hit harder. No, I don't like saying that. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. Well, to be fair, we can play with a little more oomph. Yeah, I feel you there. I feel like we have, but yeah, it's been tough to watch all these players go down. Heartbroken. Herbert had that last possession. Yeah, that one was tough. Jackson Ferraro with the $10 haul. It's going to be hard to rebound and play in a short week against Minnesota. Yes and no. I get that. Like the morale, right? That morale is going to be in the toilet. But then you get to go home, right? You go back to SoFi. You get to high five your guy Joe Alt, who's going to be protecting your blind side all of a sudden. Which I'm telling you guys, just I wish that I had the time to edit all of the drives after Joe Alt, right? Show what it was like in that game in that short amount of time with Joe Alt, and then the rest of the game without him. Like that is going to make such a massive difference. That's why left tackle is the highest paid position on that position group, and one of the highest paid positions in all of football because of how pivotal that role is. So having Joe Alt back to protect your blind side is huge. So yes, the short week sucks, but the fact that you're getting your left tackle back and hopefully some reinforcements, like this is the time to go add some players. You know what I mean? Like you got a couple of weeks before the trade deadline, this and that. I don't know, man. I think I have a good feeling about next week. This week I had a bad feeling. We still hope, we still fight, but but next week I have a pretty good feeling. Anton Stin with the $2 holla. Alt returning won't turn this whole thing around. I mean, in my opinion, it's what shook the whole foundation of the team. In my opinion, that is the moment this season started the downward spiral. So we'll see. I'm not out here to be right, but that's my observation. Is that Joe Alt was a big cornerstone of this offense. As soon as he was injured, it really felt like a completely different offense. So we'll see what happens next week. Juan Cruz with the $2 holla. Are you going to the Eagles game? No. I go to one game a year. And this year I decided it was going to be the Vikings game. I used my mystic powers to determine which one I think would be fun and hopefully a win. And that's the one that I settled on. So we copiumed through the break. So we are going to roll right into the second half now, man. Here, let me stand up for at least for a second, okay? First play is going to be a 5-yard run by Kamani Vidal. Give me 1 second. I gotta stand up for a second. All right, here we go. Cody is with the 2. Herbert. Nah. Respectfully disagree. But thanks for the 2. 2nd and 5. Herbert going to air it out. He's going to find his guy. Oh, who are you? It's a big play. He's still up on his feet. Is it Gadsden? Is it Gadsden all the way down to the 10? There's a flag. Come on, man. Oronde Gadsden just hit a huge play. But what is the flag? Holding on the defense. Yo! 86 is in the chat. That was a 53-yard H-bomb to Oronde Gadsden. And he was the one that was held. He played through it and then sprinted down the field for a 53-yard pass. Oh, my goodness. Oronde Gadsden is the real deal. Just like that, Chargers' first possession in the red zone at the 12-yard line of the Colts. 1st and 10, looks like a run. It is a run. And Kamani Vidal finds a small hole, squeezes through, picks up 5. My goodness, Oronde Gadsden. We honestly, guys, we may have our version of like George Kittle or something. Who is like Darren Waller. That was his pro comp. We may have our version of Darren Waller on this team. Holy crap, dude. What a play. What a play by Gadsden. 86s and lightning bolts all over the chat, please. Please and thank you. 2nd and 5. Herbert needs a big one. Goes to the end zone. Tries to hit Keenan Allen, who is well covered. It'll be 3rd and 5. And the Bolts, obviously, 4th down territory. So thrown a little behind Keenan Allen. He tried to come down with it, but I think it would still have been out of bounds, or still would have been a 2nd or 3rd down, considering he wasn't in the end zone. So anyway, there we go. 3rd and 5. Chargers likely in a position where they need to go for it. Hopefully we don't have to. Colts look like they're sending everybody here, man. Ooh, got to get rid of this ball quick. Herbert knows it. The line completely disintegrates. He's got to throw it quickly. He tries to hit Gadsden, but it was well behind him. And it'll be 4th and 5. Chargers, you got to go for it. No field goals. You got to go for it. Are they sending out the field goal unit? Do not tell me they are doing that. We have got to. Yeah, okay. They're staying on the field. It's 4th and 5. Cross your fingers, man. This could be it. This could be. We've said this a lot, but this could be like one of those moments where it's like, they had some momentum. It kind of feels a little way, or it could be the moments where, this is where the comeback began. Can they convert? 4th and 5. Colts again sending the house. Herbert's got to throw on the run. Back to the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston brings this team back from the dead. It is a 23-10 score. And Justin Herbert and the Bolts find a way to score on their first drive in the second half. Love seeing that touchdown in the Charger powder blue end zone. Oh, thank goodness we needed it. One's in the chat. The Bolts chipping away at that Colts lead. 23-10 is your score. And now it's time to lean on the defense. We need the QJ animation. Here it comes, baby. Ba-boom! Q! And what a drive, dude. Hey, the big playmakers. This is how you play the Colts. You hit your speedy tight end. You hit your speedy wideout. You get into the end zone. And we got ourselves kind of a game. One more touchdown and we are back in it, baby. But that keeps us alive just a little bit longer. Westside said Super Saiyan 1. Yes, please. Yes, please. Quentin Johnston. I know a lot of Bolt fam back to life after that one, man. We needed it so bad. That is a touchdown, Charger. Super Saiyan bolts all the way every day, baby. Director Dan from Chargers Unleashed posted this optimistic take. I'd rather the Chargers get all the momentum and points and calls in the second half to come back and win it. Come on, Dan! Dan the man Wolkenstein from Chargers Unleashed. Keeping the hope alive. Hope he's at the game. I'll have to text him before I go. Good buddy of the director. Last time I was in town, we went, was it last game? We went and caught the Deadpool Wolverine after one of the games. It was awesome. About crap my pants laughing. It's like my perfect movie. We're right back in it, baby. We are in commercial break, waiting to see what the defense has in store for the second half. Man, dude, again, so the biggest thing that worked for us in the first half was the pass rush, right? Is there a way we can lean on that a little bit more? Is there a way that we can mold that into something that pushes us over the edge and provides, or at least results in a turnover at some point, man? I think that's what the Chargers really need, is a turnover. We need a turnover so bad. The Chargers getting ready to kick this thing to the Colts. But, man, just good to see some life in this team, man. Holy cow. Good to see some life in the Bolts. Here comes Abdullah on the return. Abdullah hits the second wave, and that's probably a touchdown. No, they're going to push him out of bounds. Man, that blows. Right after the Chargers bring themselves back from the grave, they're going to let up nearly a touchdown on special teams. Man, I just can't right now. Ah! I guess bend but don't break. The problem here is that a field goal, which they're already in range for, puts them up, 16 points? We're just back where we started at 3 possessions. Dang it, dude. Come on. Now we really need a turnover. Avara with the 5. QJ, I owe you an apology. I wasn't familiar with your game. QJ is firmly back. Or has arrived, however you want to say it. Here comes the pass. It's a quick one to the tight end, and it's a 5-6 yard gain. It'll be second and medium. My goodness, dude. Look at this. You see the animation at the bottom? Look at this return. All the way into the red zone was that return. Oh, my goodness. Oh! I can't imagine. I'm so sorry. I saw a bunch of people saying, hey, we're at the game. We're excited. I'm so sorry. You guys are probably so stressed out. It is 2nd and 4. It's a carry for Taylor. And it's a touchdown for Taylor. And they're pulling away now. It's going to be a 30-10 score. Yowzers, man. Holy cannoli. That is so sad. That was like 5 seconds. I blinked and we're back where we started. That is insane. That's bonkers. They're going to go for 2, by the way. They're not happy. They want more, and they're going to get more. It's good. 31-10 Colts. Yowzers. That blows, dude. it kind of feels like the first half where it's like you have these little opportunities, these moments to like to finally catch him or to finally get some momentum, and like it gets ripped away at the last second. That the same thing just happened. Yeah, the offense is back alive. We found some form of momentum. Oh wait, oh, it's bad. Look away, look away. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Make it stop, for the love of God. Have mercy. Yep. Let's trade for A-Chan. I don't even know what to do at this point, man. Like, we need offensive line so bad. What I would do is, again, it's not the biggest needle mover, but it helps you in some capacity now. The biggest target I have in terms of trade, which is not going to, like, impress a lot of people, but I really want to get Trevor Penning, who's on a disappointing Saints team, you know. But he can be our swing tackle in 2026 and beyond. If we get Trey Pipkins back next week, awesome. He can still play guard. Like, Trevor Penning has a lot of reps at guard, and he's a pretty decent run blocker. But at very worst, you know, like, he's an excellent swing tackle guard option for your depth. And if you can use him now, great. If you need to use him later, fine. But it's tough because you can't just pick up the phone and trade for an elite offensive lineman. And even if you could, you've got one coming back like next week and another one coming back next season. So it's just kind of, it's a tough spot, man. A really, really tough spot. Oh, man. Well, let's see if we can get some more momentum in this drive. It's only been 3 minutes of the second half. I mean, there's technically still time. But holy cow. Okay, chat. Let's all calm down. Here comes the return by Davis. He'll get back to, was it the 25? We got a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Alfaro with the 5. We need our wide receiver to play DB at this point. We need some picks, yeah. We that's the only thing I think gets this team back is a turnover or two. Like, that's what it's going to take at this point. And the defense, seen better days. First and 10. It's Herb. Throws it quickly to Keenan Allen, who picks up the first and a lot more. It'll be about a 16-yard gain and a first down to Keenan Allen. First and 10 from the 41-yard line. Keenan Allen having himself a solid game. Here's the play action pass. Herbert tried to set up a big play. Instead, he's going to have to throw on the run. And did he hit his man? Are they going to say that's incomplete? I think they're going to say that's complete. It's a Rondé Gadsden again. There is a flag. Oh, man, what a shame. That would have put Gadsden, what? Like 100 yards? Instead, it's going to be a legal man downfield. And brought back, it'll be first down. Austin Deculus, who makes his return to the lineup. First and 15. Herbert's got to get rid of that. Yeah, he's going to go downfield. Oh, that's I can't tell if it's a drop by Quentin Johnston or if it was thrown behind him. See if we can find a replay on that one. Yeah, it was thrown. It was definitely a catchable ball. It's on both players. Herbert throws behind him. QJ not able to secure it. It'll be 2nd and 15. Herbert with 208 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks this game. It'll be 2nd and 15. Tight formation, Chargers. Colts are backing way off. They're going to get the pressure despite that. He's going to throw it real quick to Oronde Gadsden, who does pick up some nice yards after the catch. It'll bring up a much more manageable 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and about 2 or 3 yards after that 12-yard reception from Oronde Gadsden. Chargers have the ball at the 48-yard line. I hope this game here showcase how much we needed O-line. Now we have our weapons. I don't see Ortiz investing heavily in O-line, D-line. Yeah, we have to. This upcoming draft sounds like it should be okay. We got to get our hands on a couple of them. Herbert over the middle. There's his guy. It's going to be Trey Harris. Picks up the 1st down. And it's a weird game, man. It's like you got no time to throw the football, but you got plenty of opportunity with a bad secondary. And so far, Herbert's had to really, again, put on the Superman cape and just make it happen. We have an injured Colt on the field. Nick Cross. He'll probably push us to commercial here for a second. But the Chargers will be at the 38-yard line of the Colts when we return. To try and, again, basically take us to where we were at the top of the 3rd. Just chip away at that lead. But even with a touchdown here, what are we looking at? Like 2 touchdowns after, like more after that. We need 3 touchdowns just to tie. Got to start somewhere, though, right? See if the Bolts can get in the end zone. Just checking the underdog while we're waiting on that commercial break, guys. The Chargers will be back with a 1st and 10 at the 38 here in just a minute. I mean, we're looking good on a couple of them. Unfortunately, we need about 20 yards more from Jonathan Taylor on the ground. And then we only need like 5 yards more from Justin Herbert through the air. And that'll hit pretty big. Let's see. What is that one worth? About $1.50. Few more to keep an eye on from the other games, but that's the main one. Man, Oronde Gadsden hit so hard for us this week, too. I had a feeling about him. But that one looks like it's going to bust as well, so we'll see what happens. This is one of Daniel Jones' best passing games so far this season. I felt it would be a bit harder. I even added some extra yards there to take a lesser win. I was like, at least the Chargers secondary is pretty good. Ugh, not looking good right now. Herbert's fault 9 out of 10 times. It's the offensive line, yeah. And then also happenstance. Again, he deserves all the blame for that one interception in the end zone, but the one that was tipped up in the air, that's just, you've seen a lot of that this season too. 1st and 10, Chargers at the 38-yard line. Shotgun here for Herbert. He's going to look, has to step up. He's going to try and run with it. Justin Herbert slides after a pickup of maybe 4. But there's another injury now. Abukum is going to be the one slow to get up this time. Might take another break here. It's 2nd and 4, and Abukum going to get looked at too. 6-yard gain for Justin Herbert, by the way. It's 2nd and 4 at now the 32-yard line. Do you need a hug? I could always use a hug, man. Especially games like this. But, you know, I ride with my gut so much in life, and right now I was like, this game's going to either suck really bad and we're going to lose, or if we win, it's just barely. You know what I mean? But next week, I have a good feeling about next week. We'll see. I might eat crow on it. I might be completely wrong, but I've had a feeling about this game since the schedule came out. I was like, that's the one I want to be at. We will be there. Raider. Just throwing a wrench into the flames, trying to cause trouble. I see straight through your lies. We got him. We got him. Hoping for a wild card spot. I'm still pretty high on the Chargers making the postseason. But it very, very dependent on who we get back. And Joe Alt's the biggest player. By far and away, Joe Alt is the biggest player you can get back on the field to help your chances there. And considering he's probably going to be back next week, hopefully brighter days are ahead. Turf. Yeah, dude, I've seen so many articles and stories about the turf across the league. I heard that the NFL and their stadiums and their fields, they're hosting some FIFA events, some soccer events, and Europe has flat out said no to any turf. And so the NFL is laying out grass for those events, and then afterwards they're going to tear them up and put the turf back. It's a World Cup. Yeah, right. Yeah, like, what? Where is the logic in that? Like, why, if the World Cup is that concerned about the health of their players, and you are the NFL who are pulling billions of dollars every year, like, why not give the same courtesy to your players and keep them safe? Like, those are your multi-million-dollar investments across the board in every team. I don't know. It's weird. Second and 4 now for the Chargers. This drive's taking a little longer than expected with the injuries. Justin Herbert has to get rid of it. And he's going to go to the sideline. Wide open's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, man, he's having himself a pretty good day. That's another first down. You know, I felt that it would be a Ladd McConkey day. Just considering that, you know, he's been our slot guy, and it feels like we're seeing a whole lot of Keenan Allen in the slot this week, and he's just feasting. 1st and 10, Chargers, after that 17-yard pass, are in the red zone, 15-yard line of the Colts. Hugo. Herbert, quick pass. He's going to hit Kamani Vidal, who stays on his feet, picks up, I'm going to say close to 8 or 9 yards. Let's see if he stepped out. They're going to say 8 yards on that gain. It'll be 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line. And now the Colts are starting to play a little tighter on Gadsden. They're throwing some extra resources at him. The 5th-round tight end is drawing some attention. 2nd and 2. Chargers got to get moving. We got 8 minutes left in this quarter and a lot of points to catch up on. It's a Herbert handoff to Kamani Vidal, who gets stuffed. It'll be 3rd and 1. And DeForest Buckner is going to be the one to get in there. It'll be 3rd and 1. Chargers again for the rest of this game. Fourth downs. So do you run it again, maybe this time with Hassan Haskins, or do you try and go for it all? I honestly would consider that tush push that the Chargers have been doing with Justin Herbert these last few weeks. Let's try and pick up that. Oh, they are lining up for it. Okay, here we go. It's 1 yard for Justin Herbert, and they're going to get it. Justin Herbert on the push tush, the power surge, gets in for the first down. And it's 1st and goal now for the Chargers around the 5 or 4 yard line. But y'all got to get moving, man. Y'all got to push. You got to save as much time as possible. Get moving. You got to either stop the clock or score right away. The Colts are going to try and burn that clock anyway. You got everything working against you. 1st and goal. Haskins in at running back. It'll be a play action. Herbert's got to throw this so quickly. He's going to stiff arm the first man, tosses it into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers! Guess who? It's Keenan Allen. "13's in the chat. Chargers touchdown. Let's freaking go. Having a great day. Keenan Allen's going to cap it off with a touchdown, bringing the Chargers a little bit closer. I don't know where the math is at this point. I think you still take the 1, right? Yeah, you take the PAT. You're going to be down 2 touchdowns instead of 3 now. Now it's up to the defense to keep our hope alive. 13's in the chat. Chargers trying everything they can to stay in this game. 6 minutes left in the third. Need to lean on that defense as much as possible. And just as that was happening, I'm looking at a touchdown Giants to Tyron Tracy, who's going to help the Giants put up a 20-0 lead on the Broncos. We needed that one too, man. If the Chargers can't come back in this one, we needed the Broncos to drop that game versus the Giants. Keep us on top of the AFC West. Is that still going to remain the case with the Chiefs now? Third and out or interception or 3 and out or interception coming halfway there. Yes. Akios. Yes. Turnover could really help the Chargers out now, man. That's really, that honestly could bring us back in this game. That could bring us back. We need a big one from the defense. Come on, D. Colts return's not going to go too far. It'll be stopped around the 25-yard line, and we're looking at a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Come on, defense. Okay, so yeah, even if the Chargers lose, if the Broncos lose as well, I think we're still at the top of the AFC West, right? Because we have the tiebreaker on Kansas City. Still, everybody's kind of getting close. You know what I mean? See if the Chargers can find a way to come back in this one. That would be a spectacular comeback. We can all hope for, right? Bro, a Crown Dog with the 5 says, should the Bolts sue Nike for these ugly uniforms? Everybody's got their opinion on them. I was with you for a while there. Here comes the next play. It's a big play to Tyler Warren. Picks up like 30 yards. That's insane, dude. I don't know how the Chargers stopped that. It feels like every single time they go to Warren, he plays that little, like, what do they call it? Where you block for a second and then you let go and run your route. That absolutely torches him every single time from the Tyler Warren leak or whatever. Yeah, it's insane. He's so good. Yeah, they fall for it every single time. It's 1st and 10. It's a handoff. It's Taylor picks up about a yard. It'll be 2nd down. 29-yard pass to Tyler Warren, man. Dude. Crazy. Feels kind of similar to the last score. Chargers, yay! And then the Colts just like dominate all the way down the field. And you're like, oh, well, all right. We'll see if the Chargers have a stop in them, man. Again, the Colts, they score on a majority of their possessions. A stop is a victory in of itself. Well, Tierra Tart's down, but he's getting up on his own and jogging off the field. Hopefully he's okay. He's been our best run defender, the best run defender in the NFL, despite what you would think with how bad we are in defending the run. Hopefully he's okay. He's kind of holding his left arm a little gingerly. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like it could be a wrist or something, man. Ah, dude. Tart now in the blue 10. It's 2nd and 10. Colts have the ball around the 45-yard line. Warren lining up outside. It's Jones. He's going to hit Pittman for a 10-yard gain. It'll be a first down Colts, and they're just kind of doing whatever they want. Kind of doing whatever they want out here, man. Chargers' zone defense is just not doing it today. First and 10. Of course, they're going to be bleeding the clock the whole way through. And now they're in field goal range, which puts them up 3 possessions again if they were to hit that. Daniel Jones fires, sideline, easy completion, first down. They are going to be firmly in Chargers territory now, nearing the red zone around the 23-yard line. Defense has just fell off, man. They had such momentum in their pass rush in the second quarter that I'm just not seeing anymore. It felt like, man, they came to life. Here we go. Now it's just not happening. First and 10. It's a run up the middle. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. They're going to put up 38 points so far. Hart is out of the medical tent. Ah, boy. Three touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor today, man. Holy crap. We blow at defending the run, dude. Oh. Well, copy and paste everything I said at the half. Just reapply it here, man. All I can tell you guys is that we'll straighten things out as soon as Alt comes back. I have a lot of faith in that. Alex says, yep, we're cooked for the game. Yeah, probably. But again, find something that works so you can bring it into next week. You know what I mean? Do we bring in Trey Lance now? I don't know. I'm still going to say no, but it's getting to that point where I'm really thinking about it. Alt won't change the defense. But yeah, it's the same story, different, player every week. We sign somebody on defense. Well, can he play tackle in Owe, you know. And now if we get Alt back, well, can he play defense? We got to figure out the defense for sure. But Alt, I mean, man, it is undeniably a huge boost to the offense. His services at left tackle are among the most valuable you're going to find in the entire league, and having him back is definitely going to help. Rattlesnake Jake. It's the beginning of the game, probably for the better. Is our offensive line bad again? Yeah, defense this week, more likely. Justin Herbert's going to miss Ladd McConkey. We had some nice coverage on him by Kenny Moore. 2nd and 10 coming up. The O-line will improve when the players come back from injury, but our defense is a complete shambles with no improvement in sight. This has been a particularly bad game, yeah, for sure. And run defense has been particularly bad for the past few weeks, for sure. 100% with you there. But previous this game, they were one of the best pass defensive defending defenses in the league. Man, dude, Oronde Gadsden just pulled in another 20-yard pass. Oh, my goodness. We have ourselves something special in Gadsden, too, man. That is so good to see. That is something that will really help us down the stretch, having this weapon at tight end that Justin Herbert obviously has so much chemistry with. Steve Simmons with the 5. You take the run stuffer or the O-line number 1 next year. It depends the value. If I have both available to me around the same spot, I probably take the run defender, if I'm being honest. That's a really good question, Steve. Appreciate that. Alex Bridgeforth, the 2. At least Minter will be leaving this year. I mean, there's some consistency, right? BC with the $50 holla. My man, starting to feel like Minter was a surprise last year, but this year teams have figured him out. Never blitz, always zone. Easier for teams when they know they don't have to worry about the blitz. That's true. Maybe that's why they traded for Adafe. Oh, wait. $50 holla, by the way, my man. What's going on? 2nd and 4 real quick. Justin Herbert. Sideline, Keenan Allen, out of bounds. 2:12 left to go in the third. It's going to be a first down, Chargers. And we are at the Indianapolis 35-yard line. $50 holla. And that can be pretty big, man. I think we're seeing a bit of an effect of that with the New York Giants this season. Not everybody prepared, even close.
Starting to feel like
for Jackson
was
Dart.
a surprise last year, but this year teams have figured him out. Never blitz, always zone. Easier for teams when they know they don't have to worry about blitz.
Let's hope that Jesse Minter has the capability of adjusting next week. I think that you're going to need it versus the Vikings. But my goodness, dude, $50 haul. I really appreciate that, man. Justin Herbert, clean pocket for the first time this game. Passes downfield. Hits Ladd McConkey for a nice first down, Chargers. And the Bolts continue to move this drive. Guys, give our guy BC some big love in the chat. $50 holla. And maybe some hope that Jesse Minter is able to sort things out soon, man. We know he's capable of it. Not just in his time with the Chargers, but also at Michigan. We need to see some movement. Aaron Adams with the 5. Funny thing is, we will still be first in the AFC West if we lose. Yep, that's what I was concluding at as well, man. Danny Fan with the 2. We still have the second best record. That is true. Here comes the next play. It's going to be a quick pass. Ladd McConkey picks up about 5. And the Chargers into the red zone now. Jared Bots. $2 holla. Minter defense has no intermediate pass protection. Yeah. There is going to be some adjustment needed for sure. For sure. What a lad. All right, Chargers threatening here. It's a carry, Kamani Vidal, and he'll pick up about 3. It'll be 3rd and short coming up here. Chargers, again, with the touchdown, position themselves for a 24-38 score, but they are just flat out running out of time. We need Hampton back so much. Yes, we do. I don't know why we are not running another play. I guess it makes sense. It's 3rd down. You want to make sure you got the right play call in place, but you know, we don't have the luxury of walking to the line anymore. You know what I mean? Broncos got a touchdown. 2 would Hampton have changed the narrative? In a big way, I do believe. Because, Kamani Vidal has a skill set that's pretty valuable. But one huge, massive part that everybody seems to forget about with Omarion Hampton is just how freaking good that guy is in pass protection. Like, if you need an extra second or two and you need a chip block, you need somebody out there to help, buy just a little more time for Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, somebody to get open, Omarion Hampton. And I think there's a big reason why, Quentin Johnston hasn't been as dominant these past few weeks. I think it's because pass protection has suffered, yes, and part of that is from the running back position. Vidal's not terrible, but man, that was something truly special about Omarion Hampton, that not only is he a great player, but he's a heck of a blocker too. Yeah, I think it would have made some difference, but ultimately, you need more pieces working more cohesively, and I think it really starts at left tackle for me. I think Joe Alt is the best thing to happen to this team in terms of comebacks. You got to get him back quickly. Did something happen to Jaden Daniels, by the way? I'm not watching that game, but we got some Washington Commanders in underdog that I'm keeping an eye on. Did he just suffer a pretty bad injury? Man, this has been a tough week. Tough week for fantasy, tough week for the Chargers, tough week for everything. I needed 4 more rushing yards. Man, that was a big one, too. That's the last thing we needed. I guess that was only a payout of 50, but that's still crazy. They carted off Jaden Daniels? Dude, I hope he's okay. That sucks. That's massive. That's massive for the Commanders. That sucks. Insane. $1,000 hollow if we make it past the Vikings. I really do think that's my game. That's the game I think we get it all together. I think that's the game that we figure it out. I'll take that. I'll take the crap out of that. He didn't get carted off? Okay. Well, hopefully he's all right. So, fourth quarter now. Chargers, it's a 3rd and short, right? Yeah, 3rd and 3. Herbert, it's going to be a Herbert run, I think. He kind of gets past. Okay, he does. He gets past the line, picks up the first down. 1st and goal now. It's a quarterback scramble for like 5 yards, and now the Chargers have a 1st and goal opportunity around, what would this be, the 6-yard line? Okay. Give me Quentin Johnston. Herbert looking. Throw it underneath. Get rid of it. Do something. He's going to get sacked. 2nd and goal now. Herbert had an opportunity maybe to dump it off to Kamani Vidal, but that really was his only option as the line completely collapsed. 2nd and goal. Time is ticking away, man. 14 minutes now. It's already been a minute since we came back. Y'all have to hustle. 2nd and goal. Top of the screen, Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey in the slot. Justin Herbert looking, fires ultimately underneath. And it was tipped at the line. Luckily, it was going forward, but now it's 3rd and goal, just like that. Come on, Justin. Same guy who batted it before that ended up being an interception. Is that Grover Stewart? Insane. Danny Fan says, we still in it. 53 months. Come on, Danny. We believe. 3rd and goal. Come on, Chargers. Maybe Gadsden? I don't know. Pocket collapsing. Herbert steps up. He's going to throw on the run into the end zone. Is it Gadsden? No way! Hey, Oronde Gadsden! Touchdown, Chargers! And his first touchdown in a Chargers uniform in his career. Let's go! If you don't count the preseason. Let's go! Wow! Oronde Gadsden gets it done. Chargers, again, still trailing 2 touchdowns. Still alive. And Justin Herbert and Oronde Gadsden, I mean, how can you say they have not officially arrived? That is insane. Really good matchup for Oronde Gadsden. I'm not going to lie, that was one of the underrated aspects of this game in terms of opponent. But, man, he really has taken advantage of it. Where does that put us now, man? Where is that Oronde Gadsden stat line looking like? That is awesome. If anything, we got ourselves an awesome weapon moving forward, dude. Let's see, box score. Chargers receiving. Oronde Gadsden leads the team with 156 yards and a score. 156 yards and a score. And like Hugo's mentioning, director at halftime, Antonio Gates received his Football Hall of Fame ring. Does it feel like the torch was just passed to this Oronde Gadsden II? You know what I mean, man? Like, holy crap. This is the breakout game for OG. This is it. And the Bolts pull just a little bit closer. Now, again, you got to get a stop. You got to get a couple of stops, right? You have to break the trend of this Colts team, like, doing whatever the heck they want on offense, and you got to find a way to get the football back, like right now. But, I mean, one more touchdown, and who knows what this game could look like, dude. Need a turnover. Need a stop. You got almost an entire quarter. Come on, man. Let's go, dude. 86 is in the chat for our guy, Oronde Gadsden, man. I am so stoked to see this guy absolutely breaking out. Director's biggest fan with the 5. Hey, buddy, thanks for providing the positive side of things. Always, man. That is always going to be the vibe. I appreciate that. Best username on the internet. Alvaro de Anda with the 5 says, bruh, we need the Antonio Gates to take off his Hall of Fame jacket and suit up. It feels like we're seeing it, come back in the form of OG now, dude. That is so stinking cool. Gerard Bots with the $2 holla. We finally have a tight end. It feels that way. It really does. Joe Ortiz can't help himself but to hit in the 5th round. Herbert to Gadsden is the future. Man, I'm so stoked. Tara, thank you so much. We found our guy. That is so insane. Cross-eyed Billy. Oronde looks like Eric Andre. A little bit, I guess. $2 holla. Deshaun with the 2. On the bright side, we found Herbert's Antonio Gates. This could be the guy, man. This could be him. Then finally, Davis with the 2 says, garbage O-line equal 24 points. Fire Minter. I don't think we fire anybody yet, but definitely need to have a conversation. Picked up 3 of Gadsden's cards this week. Let's go! Alex, thank you so much. Here we go, man. Chargers kick this thing away. It'll be returned past the 30, past the 35, down around the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Now we really need the defense to step up, man. It is time. It is time for the defense to step up. Danny Fan, $2 holla. Rivers wore that jersey before Danny Dimes. Yes, sir, he did. I still see it a little bit every time I see him run out in the field. I'm like, no. 1st and 10. Can we get an interception? Can we get a turnover? First, it's going to be, play action. And it's going to be a pass. Ooh, maybe an opportunity there, but ultimately incomplete. Nice rush by, is that a Boygby? 92? Dante Jackson able to get that hand in there. Nice start. Chargers feel like they have a little momentum. Can they protect it? That's the biggest thing lately. Can they protect the momentum? Because lately it hasn't been very protected. Yeah, Justin Boygby in on that pressure that time. He's had a nice bounce back season. 2nd and 10. Colts with players in motion. It's going to be Daniel Jones, sideline. It is caught out of bounds. Not a first down. It'll be short about 3 or 4 yards. But an opportunity for the Chargers nonetheless. An opportunity for the Chargers. Dude, Theo Johnson just scored a touchdown for the Giants as well. They're pulling away. 26-8. Needed that. 3rd and 2. Chargers, we need a stop here, man. This is a big, big opportunity. Come on, Bolts. Come on. Chargers close to the line. It's going to be a pass for Daniel Jones. He's going to go underneath, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage by St. Just. And it's a 4th and 2. They have the stop. Question is, do the Colts stay on the field? They got to punt it, right? Like, they can't be getting away with that twice. They can't be getting away with that twice. Come on, dude. Come on. 24's in the chat for St. Just. Jared Botts the 2. Good news. Giants are winning. Yeah, we needed that. So somebody had to call a timeout. What happened? It looked like the Colts were going to kick it, and then they had the offense out there, and now the Chargers were trying to get the defense out there. We had to call a timeout. So the Colts are trying to pull a fast one on us. The ref is supposed to stop the play so that the Chargers can match the switch. Interesting. The Chargers took the timeout. That's not good. That's a little win for the Colts right there, forcing the timeout. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us later. That was weird. You're supposed to get ample time to get your guys on the field if they make a last-second switch like that. You're supposed to be, the ref's supposed to put himself in a position where they can't snap the ball until the Chargers get their personnel out there. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what that was. I honestly can't explain it. That was on purpose to have us waste a timeout. It feels like that's what it was, which, credit to them. That's smart. Aside, $2 hollow. We need Derwin and Dayon to do the fusion dance. Yes, we need something. Now the Chargers offense back out on the field. We're going to start inside our own 10, so a long field. But again, this feels like the first momentum we've had all game that has been sustained. First throw and catch is going to be made. It's Ladd McConkey. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards. And it is 2nd and 6. Come on, offense. We need a quick score, too. That would help tremendously. Herbert. He's going to dump it off. And he's going to hit his guy, Hassan Haskins, who hurdles a man. Only picks up a couple yards. That'll be 3rd and medium. Yeah, pretty cool that Haskins was able to stay on his feet despite going through that tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up. Third and 4. Herbert. And I think the Colts just had to burn a timeout. Was he just complaining that the ref wasn't stopping the play? Did the same thing just happen to them? Did they just bamboozle themselves? What was that? He's pissed. He says you should have stopped it. Because of substitution stuff? You like making crap sandwiches, but you don't want to eat them? 3rd and 4, big conversion here, and you know what? It's going to go to Keenan Allen. We ain't even going to sweat it. It's going to go to Keenan Allen, because why not? 3rd and Keenan, 13th in the chat, first down Chargers. And I think, I don't know if he got pulled out of bounds, if the clock is still running, but man, we got to hurry. Come on. Zippity-doo-dah, let's go. Let's go. Herbert and the Chargers. Again, the first momentum I've noticed this game that's been sustained. Under 11 minutes to play now. It's Justin Herbert on the play action. He's going to get sacked. Colts sent it. And they got it. Luckily, it was on first down, but my goodness, the Chargers, they're going to be looking at a second and around 12, 13 yards now. And that was a big sack, too, for Buckner. Second and 18, by the way. That was a huge sack. We need some big yards here. Herbert, pocket collapses again. He's got to take off with it, and he is. Herbert stiff arms a man, picks up some decent yardage, makes it a doable 3rd down now. Big run by our quarterback. 11 yards. And it's going to put him in, what, like a 3rd and 7 now. Yep, 3rd and 7 yards. Under 10 minutes to play now, though. At this point, take your time a little bit. Figure out what you want to do. Third and 7, big play here. Because you got to imagine they probably got to go for it if they don't get it. Come on, man. Let's just get it now. Let's just get it now, Herb. He's got to throw on the run. He's going to hit Hassan Haskins, who gets back to the line. But the pocket, once again, just non-existent. And Herbert didn't have time to let anything develop. It's going to be 4th down, and the Chargers, you're going to have to go for it. There is really no choice here. This is the game, pretty much. 4th and 7 from their own 25-yard line. And you got to imagine the Colts are going to be sending everything they've got at Justin Herbert, considering it has worked twice now on this drive. Under 9 minutes to play. And the Chargers, I think, just burned their second timeout. No, the Colts just burned a timeout. Okay, that was a little lucky. The Colts will be the ones to burn a timeout. 4th and 7. They want the Chargers to think about it, but I think the more you think about it, the more you know you have to go for this. You've got to convert. Big, massive play coming up. This could be the game. If the Chargers do not convert here, this is basically game over. Bolt fam, I need lightning bolts in the chat. I need bolt ups in the chat. I need 10s and 13s and 15s. I need all the energy in the chat right here. This game could be over if the Chargers do not convert this 4th and 7. They will turn it over in their own 25-yard line. We cannot see that happen. Hit us up with those lightning bolts, the bolt ups, the numbers, the 10s, the 13s, the 15s, the 1s, the 86s now. This is it. This is the game. They're playing press. They're going to send everybody. They got to make a quick decision on who they're throwing to. 4th and 7. Herbert. Got to throw it. He's got to have it. And he does. It's Trey Harris. Trey Harris picks up the first down. Tight coverage, but Harris able to hold on. And this game is not over yet. 9's in the chat for Trey Harris. No way Trey Harris just got that first down. Here come the Bolts now. 8 minutes to play. Herbert got to get rid of it again. He's going to go down the sideline looking for Keenan Allen. It's a little too far. Clock does stop at 8:08 with a 2nd and 10 in front of him. The Bolts are at their own 34-yard line. Still a long ways to go. And not a lot of time to do it. They've only got the 2 timeouts now. So, yeah, I mean, getting into the end zone quickly is the name of the game here. Come on, Bolts. Come on, man. Here come the Colts again, man. They are loaded. That box is loaded right now. Holy crap. Herbert, you got to get rid of it, man. He's going to throw down the sideline. He's going to find his guy. Ladd McConkey, who picks up the first down. I think the forward momentum is going to give him a nice first down. He did fall backwards, but it looks like they're going to give him the forward momentum. It's going to be first down Chargers. Around midfield, we'll say the 45-yard line or so. No, they're going to say take away the forward momentum. Instead, they're going to just run it forward, pick up the first down on the ground. It is 1st and 10 now, but man, that does take off some time that you really needed. 7.5 minutes left now. And the Chargers are near midfield. Around the 43, 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Oh, my goodness. Now 7:04. Herbert's got to snap this football. Justin Herbert looking. Has a little time this time. He's going to go over the middle. It's incomplete. Nice coverage by the Colts. It was Moore. Kenny Moore. They have one good DB, in my opinion. It's Kenny Moore, and he did a good job there. It'll be 2nd and 10. At least the clock is stopped. 6:55. Come on, man. Second and 10. Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen, come on. He's going to look his way. It is Keenan Allen. And Keenan, very close to the first down. They're going to say he was just short. It'll be 3rd and short again. No 3rd downs anymore. We are 1st or 4th downs are all on the table from here on out. 6.5 minutes left. We're probably going to see another sneak here. And Justin Herbert able to get the ball across pretty easily there. It'll be 1st down now at the Colts, 45, 44-yard line. A very long and difficult drive here, man. You got to get in the end zone. Yeah, you guys got to giddy up, man. We're almost under 6 minutes to play here. Come on, baby. Justin Herbert, 1st and 10, winds up, hits his man over the middle. Very lucky he got that football off. There was a man right behind him getting ready to try and punch that ball out. And instead, it's going to be a 6 or 7 yard reception by Oronde Gadsden. We got a 2nd and 1 coming up here now, too. 5:37 left to play. Colts are playing soft. It's going to be an underneath throw, this time to Kamani Vidal. He'll pick up half a yard. It'll be 3rd down. Man, you guys got to move. Y'all got to move. You got to get out of bounds. You got to do something. Third and 1. Oh, my goodness, man. Almost under 5 minutes to play. It's another QB sneak, but they're going to say false start on the Chargers. False start's going to fall on Bobby Hart. Man, instead of a 3rd and 1, now it's going to be a 3rd and 6? Oh, no. Here come the Colts again. They're going to be rushing 1, 2, 3. They're rushing everybody. That is a full-on blitz right there, dude. They're going to get through instantly. Herbert's got to throw on the run. It's dropped by Quentin Johnston. It's 4th and 6, game on the line yet again. Even if QJ had caught that, it would not have been for a first down. Thrown behind him again. But again, the pocket collapsed instantly. There was no time. He had to throw on the run. 4th and 6. Come on, dude. 4th and 6. This is the game. You have to have it. Herbert throws. Middle of the field. He's got it. Ladd McConkey keeps the game alive just a little bit longer. Oh, Lightning Ladd. First down Chargers. And they are at the 28-yard line, but they're running out of time. It is 4 minutes left or 4.5 minutes left. Chargers have an injury, though. This might stop the clock here. Oh, my goodness. Mekhi Becton now down. This is crazy, dude. Because even if we get the touchdown, are we looking at like an onside kick? Like, are we looking at hoping for the 2-minute warning and then that 2-minute drive? Like, that's probably where we're leaning, right? And it's taken us like 8 minutes to get down to the 28-yard line. Woo! It's coming down to the wire, man. If they can get a touchdown, let's say with 3 minutes left on the clock, there's still hope. They got to hurry, man. We got to hurry. Yeah, they got to hurry. I can't believe that they're still in this game. And I hope they find a way, man. Come on. And at this point, you're also thinking like we're playing right now to get into overtime. Maybe the Chargers, if they're lucky, and get the 2 touchdowns, try and go for 2. That'd be the most ballsy thing since that game versus Kansas City, the Mike Williams 2-pointer. That's thinking too far ahead. We got to get a touchdown. Like you got to get it, and you got to get it quick. What a story this could be, please. Man, that would be the game of the week if the Chargers could come back. It seems, again, still pretty far ahead of us, but there's hope. If the Chargers get a touchdown here, there is absolutely hope. The Colts know what we're doing. They know what we want to do. They know what we're good at, what we're bad at. They've had a lot of time to adjust in this game. They've made it really difficult for us to get this far. But the fact of the matter is the Chargers are just hanging in there a little bit longer than they should have this entire game. From 4th down conversions to touchdowns to all the above, man. Can they change their stars this game? It looked like it was all but hopeless. Is there any way that they can come back here with only 4.5 minutes left? 1st and 10 now from the 28-yard line. Come on, Herb. Come on, man. Justin Herbert looking, has to throw it under pressure, and it'll be incomplete, looking for Ladd McConkey, but, man, he took a big hit. Looking at his left arm a little bit, shaking it off. Ty Becton having to jog off the field. And now he's jogging back onto the field. Mekhi Becton coming back in. Who was even playing in his place a second ago? Here comes 2nd and 10. Gadsden in motion. Herbert under pressure, instantly has to throw it away. No, he's going to go down. All the way down back at the 40. And with a third and forever in front of us, do the Chargers have one more miracle in them? Oh, man. That line is so bad. 3rd and 22. You need a chunk play here, dude. Go over the middle. He's going down deep. End zone. Incomplete. Is there any PI? Is there any call whatsoever? No? Nothing? Okay. 4th and 22 coming up. Ladd McConkey had a shot on it. Man, good read by Justin Herbert. I think that was a linebacker on Ladd McConkey, but he played it so well, which is shocking because they have been very bad over the middle in coverage. But this is it. Now we're looking at a 4th and 22. Cards are stacked against us. We need blessings from the football gods here, and there's going to be a timeout or a flag or something. It'll be delay a game on the Chargers. Now take that 4th and 22 and raise you a 4th and 27. I think at this point, all you can really hope for is a Justin Herbert deep pass down the sideline, and maybe somebody draws a flag. That's probably your best bet here, dude. That's so disappointing. It felt like maybe there was a chance. And even if we scored a touchdown, you'd need to score another one. But here we go. This is it. 4th and 27. By some miracle, can the Chargers convert this 4th and impossible play? Herbert with time. Gets out of the pocket, throws down the middle of the field. And although it's going to pick up a solid 25 yards, it will be too short of the first down. And a turnover on downs, which probably solidifies it for the Colts. Good game to the Colts, man. They are awesome. They are crazy. Crazy game for the Colts. That's going to shoot them to the top of the AFC conference, too. They're going to be a 6-1 team. Chargers will fall to 4-3. But remain at the top of the AFC West, which is good. Next week, though, man. We'll keep an eye on that Vikings game in hopes of a bounce back opportunity for the Chargers. Taylor just went off for like a 20-yard run, 22-yard run. They're going to be at the 44-yard line. They're just basically dotting I's, crossing T's. Yeah, not a surprise, but definitely still hurts. You never like to lose football games this way. It is what it is. Wow, on the bright side, that run put me over on underdog, so we're going to get a nice little hit there. $154, I'll take it. Although, even with that, I don't know if we made it out on top this week. Maybe just broke even. Tough week this week, man. So the Chargers are still taking their timeouts. They're playing the game out. But it will be a 2nd and 11 for the Colts as they're tidying things up here at the end of the game. Ethan with the 58. I don't like hating our players, but Bozeman needs to leave. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take anymore, man. I honestly don't. 2 years in a row of being the worst graded center in football, and we still got Bradley Bozeman on that line snapping to Justin Herbert. It's kind of crazy. Herbert really tried. Hurts to see him lose. Yeah, it does. It does. Director actually thinks they're a good team. Yeah, the Chargers are an awesome team, man. When they have anything on that offensive line to give Justin Herbert an opportunity. 6th and 7th string tackles is absurd. I can't remember the last time it was that bad for anybody. That is insane. But just watch out, man. Next week, that is the game. That's my get right game. I've been saying it a while now. That's the game I picked to go to. We knew this one might get away from us. It ended up happening. But next week, getting Joe Alt back, man, I got to tell you, that is one of the biggest improvements you could have possibly made to this team. Signing for anybody, trading for anybody, whatever the case may be, there is very few moves that the Chargers could make that would be better than Joe Alt just coming back next week. That is massive. So we got to, first off, all hope that that's the case. It sounds like it's going to be the case. But if it is, I promise you, it's going to look a lot different. Yeah, the Vikings aren't a great team. It's also a good opportunity for us to get things right. But again, it feels like the moment he left was when this team really started to spiral out of control. And maybe with his return, we'll see this team stand back up and feel like they've got something going for them now. Where I am a little concerned, though, is the run defense. It feels like the pass defense took a step back. Run defense is always not looking too good the last few weeks. Defense needs to step in the right direction. But the offense, at least, is seeing a lot of help. Khalil Mack came back, which is pretty cool, too. We'll have to wait and see if there's any other Chargers expecting to return anytime soon. We're close, man. Take this L in stride. Understand the situation. Understand what the Chargers are working with, what the situation is probably going to result in. And hope for the best next week, which, again, that's my get right week. I'm very optimistic about that. Here's Daniel Jones, for whatever reason, throwing it. Picks up the first down to Pierce, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and they're going to get to kneel this thing out in just a second. Maybe we should get McDaniels an offensive advisor. I would say that's not a bad idea. If they end up parting ways with McDaniels, I would be interested. I'd be interested in hiring somebody off the street, somebody at the cash register at Arby's for OC, if we can. But I don't know. We'll see. But take the L in stride, man. I think a lot of us expected what we saw out there today. I think the team is just down bad in a lot of different positions. I think offensive line and just the amount of players that you've lost there, it's going to result in something like this. But we're getting guys back.
Put any top QB, Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, on Chargers, they would get smashed. It's all about the trenches. Look at Burrow right watching his team now.
That's the example I was going to say, dude. I was like, look at Burrow's situation. Like, sure, they look great when they're on the field together, and you can see some pretty spectacular things between him and his top, 2 wide receiver in football, but at the end of the day, that offensive line is going to hold them back every single time, and it's something that you're seeing it happen now with the Chargers, even though we have invested in the position a lot more than the Bengals, which really, really sucks. But I promise, Joe Alt is going to really help turn things around next week. But some people need the time. I need the time. I think a lot of people think, director's too optimistic and this and that. Like, I'm still mad and upset and sad and depressed. And Mrs. Director could write a book on all the times that I've come upstairs and with my head down and just upset for the rest of the day, sometimes the rest of the week. But it's worth it. I think the Chargers, what they've been cooking this season, the joy and excitement that they've brought me in the Jim Harbaugh era, I'm willing to take my lickings if it means I get to have that too. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a fun game next week, which, as a reminder to everybody, well, again, we're in 2-minute warning. They're finishing up the game. As a reminder to everybody, I will be at that game. Chargers, Vikings. I will be in attendance and available to hang out with, I guess, before the game. Me and Mrs. Director are going to be at the Die Hard Bolt Club canopy in Thunder Alley for a few hours before the game, so we can say hi to a bunch of people, take pictures, hang out, whatever. and enjoy the excitement of hopefully the get-right game for the Chargers. But the biggest thing I'm so stoked about in this game, man, getting to see everybody, yes, and the game and everything, that's so exciting. My biggest thing, holy cow, it's Superchargers week. I cannot wait to see that old logo on the field. I cannot wait. I have a Navy jersey with director on the back. That's the throwback from the new ones that we have this season. Oh, man, I'm so stoked for Superchargers Thursday, man. It is going to be so much fun. Matter of fact, let me show you guys real quick. Love this thing. All right, man. Check this out. That old school, right? We got the 01, by the way. That's the number I like to use in my jersey, 01. When I look in the mirror, I see Justin Herbert, number 10, right? And on the back, hey, yo. Look for that on Thunder Alley. Unless there's an imposter with the same jersey. Hopefully he's ginger and very short or something. So it's not a mistake. That's what we're going to be rocking with on Thursday. Hey, man, I mean, while I was doing that, a whole bunch of super chats came in. You guys rock, man. Despite the loss, despite the sadness, you guys are still in here supporting. I appreciate that, dude. When will we be just as a good
tough,
team that wins?
Expecting to win
I
every
think
week
soon.
with third, fourth, and practice squad Olina. Both RBs out, key pieces in and out for injury. We are lucky to be 4-3 right now.
That's true. That is very true. We're going to run that back in just a second for BC, man. And the Colts are going to win the game. They have their kneel downs completed. Let's get these super chats in here real quick, man. Alvaro with the 10 says, people hating on Herbert too much. Yeah, and that's so true. You put Mahomes in this situation, which we've seen him in before. There's only so much you can do with no time and no help. Thank you so much, man. $10 holla. I appreciate that. Bolt Beak with the $10 holla. This game was lost on defense and special teams. Was Taylor even touched today? Herbert is holding on to the ball too long. Who on this team is calling out the others? I'm a diehard Bolt Club from Seattle. Nice, man. Looking forward to meet all the diehard Bolt Club people on Thursday. Of course, we know a lot of you guys already. But yeah, collectively it was pretty bad, even with Khalil Mack back, which I think that's the most unfortunate part of that whole thing is that there was like a solid quarter and a half where the pass rush was just going crazy, man. It looked great. And for whatever reason, it wasn't enough. There wasn't enough help versus Jonathan Taylor. There wasn't enough discipline and those big plays. Special teams really crapped the bed on that big return. Yeah, there's a lot that needs improvement. And unfortunately, the short week's not going to help that part of it, but also getting help. I cannot stress how big of an effect that could have. Whiskey Chase with the $10 holla. Appreciate the love there, man. Big love to our guy Whiskey Chase in the chat. BC, another $20 holla, BC. Thank you so much, dude. He says, I get it. It's tough, but are we expecting to win every week with third, fourth, and practice squad O-line, both running backs out, key pieces in and out for injury? We are lucky to be 4-3 right now, and I think that is definitely the vibe that I'm going with. I understand just how much the Chargers are leaning on surviving right now. There is so much that hasn't been prepared for this season because, I mean, how often are you going to lose two running backs that have never missed time in their careers, both going on IR in their first 5 weeks on the Chargers? That's unheard of. You know what I mean? You got 6th and 7th string offensive linemen playing out there. At tackle, when you have two of the best tackles in football, what are the chances you lose both of them by week 5? It was just going on and on and on and on of these unfortunate circumstances. Chargers having to figure it out on the fly. Finally, we're at the point now, though, where we're getting some pieces back, and hopefully it's enough to push us over the top. BC, thank you so much, man. $20 holla. And big love from our guy BC. Author with the 5 says, this is why I watch UFC, helps the stress. I do not watch UFC. I do not. Outside of football, I'm a huge gamer. I love Apex Legends and other games, whatever. Lately, me and my brother have been playing some Battlefield. But outside of football, I've tried so many different ways. Basketball, baseball, UFC, you name it. Nothing is quite stuck like the Chargers. I have become pretty enamored in college football lately, which is new for me. And it's been fun, man. The last couple of seasons, I've really been following the Cougs at BYU. It's been a really, really good time, man. Me and my son have been to several games.
Jesse
it's been fun.
Mike Delvin needs to be in Mexico and Greg Roman needs to be shipped to Mars. It is absolutely embarrassing, absolutely disgusted.
Yeah, we need a lot of help out here. It's gonna be I really do think that next week, and I'm hoping that I'm not jinxing it or whatever. We're gonna feel a little different about the team after we get
Herbert didn't
some
play
pieces
well in
back.
the first half, but he gave everything in the second half. 3 TDs in the second half should have been enough. Defense was unacceptable.
That's true.
See you in a few days, Director.
3 touchdowns in the second half.
Sign emoji.
Should be enough in most situations, but, there's a lot that went wrong in that game. Oh, did the Broncos just beat the Giants at the last second? Oh, man. We may have lost the AFC West this game, too. That's a bummer. Well, we'll get right, man. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Whiskey, thank you so much. I think Greg Roman, there's got to be a huge conversation about that happening behind the scenes. Tara, excited to meet you and see you at the game on Thursday. Excited to meet a lot of you guys on Thursday. Last reminder before we sign off here and go to Bleacher Report. If you guys want to come hang out, me and Mrs. Director will be at the Die Hard Boat Club Canopy in Thunder Alley a few hours before the game to say hey, take pictures, hang out, and then celebrate what's hopefully a huge bounce-back game with you guys versus the Vikings. It's going to be awesome, man. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. Thank you to everybody so much for all the support. Real quick, Hugo says, Director, 452 total yards for Herbert behind this O-line. Yeah, dude. I try to stay positive, but it is what it is. Die-hard fan. You win some, you lose some, absolutely. And that's the mentality I think that's most healthy going into Week 8 now. Halfway through the season, I think finding your stride in Week 8 is going to be very important. I think the chances of that are looking pretty good. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. I'll see a lot of you guys in person on Thursday. Remember, no stream on Thursday. I will be at that game. Well, hopefully somebody in the Chargers content community steps up and throws a stream together for you guys. But I'll be out there posting on social media. We're going to do some videos and stuff that should be pretty fun. It'll be a good time. We'll catch you guys at Bleacher Report here in just a few minutes. Love you, Bolt fam, and thank you for taking this one on the chin. That's real mature. I think Bolt fam, we're all growing together, man. We're doing things.